Hey guys, we're coming back to you with another episode of our Age of Worms campaign. This will be episode 2. It'll be our third session, counting session 0. Got a lot of cool stuff happening in this episode as our adventures continue to explore the Whispering Cairn. So hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell too, so you know when we upload new stuff. Check out the link in the description for our merch. What's up, everybody? We're back playing our second session, third episode of our Age of Worms campaign, and our adventurers have leveled up, so we're going to go ahead and let them do what they need to do to level, and then they can all tell you what they got, what kind of fancy stuff they got at level 2. It's like Girk has rolled for HP so far. He got 8 extra HP.
Yeah, I didn't know if we were rolling or taking average, but
We're rolling. We're not.
I figured.
We're not no point by bandits here, balls.
Where do you go to roll your hit points?
You just click
It's
on the
your-
little up arrow on your character sheet. Top right hand corner.
Yeah, I got it.
I'll pull
yeah,
somebody's
and then
character
on-
sheet up here so everybody can see what we're talking about. Right.
And a little drop down menu will ask you if you want to take average or roll or not do anything. And we roll in this house.
If you pick roll, it just does it. Does it
Yeah.
for you,
do
man.
Do you get to reroll ones? Is
Yeah.
that something you do with HB?
Yeah, we reroll ones here.
Okay.
We also ain't too hardcore.
We're doing this individually, or we just all?
Yeah, go ahead for it, boss.
How do you do multi-class?
So if you want to level up in another class, instead of clicking that up arrow, what you're going to do is go over here to the suitcase, click on classes and subclasses, and drag the new class in.
My suitcase only
Well,
has spells in
well,
it.
you can also do the up arrow thing, and it right underneath the going up a level, it says add new multi-class.
Well,
Yeah,
that's the thing
It
too.
does that.
I don't know. I never get to play in Foundry. I only DM, so I have no idea.
We just played the last game. And
We ain't
There's
level
so
up
much
though.
in here that's not just like straight warlock though.
Well, that's because-
homebrew,
There is
warlock.
one that is straight warlock though. That's the one you got to look for.
But you get your warlock subclass at level 1, right? Just like wizards, I think.
well,
Yeah.
that's depressing.
So that's the thing. You have to find your subclass, not just
Yeah.
the warlock class.
Yeah.
I figured it would say warlock in the subclass, but that didn't work out.
No, what subclass you want?
I don't know. Let me think about it.
There you go. There you go, boss.
You can re-roll ones, Jesse.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, just well, you can't do it in this system. Just roll a d6 and modify your HP.
That's good. because I
Yeah,
was
you're
like,
gonna have to
that's
just
rough for a wizard.
manually roll the 6 there, so
Yeah.
you get 6 instead of 4. So you get 2 more on what it added
Yep.
to you.
Yeah, it's 15
Uh,
hit points.
Matt, have you thought about the story reason of how your guy has now made a warlock pact?
I'm getting there.
How right? We don't do things all willy nilly here, boss.
I'm gonna let it come to me.
Oh,
I now have danger sense, which gives me advantage on something.
Dexterity
Yeah,
saving
then-
throws.
Yep, you have uncanny sense. When things are nearby aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge away from danger. Yeah.
trying to remember how I add spells here.
Hey, that's a good thing for an old module, because you know what they loved in old modules? Traps, boss.
That's true. And I also
yeah.
I have reckless attack now too.
Yeah, you do. That's the best.
Ooh.
Be nice to see somebody actually use reckless attack.
Also, I have survival instincts. What's that?
Hey, don't worry about it, boss. Surviving's for
Figure it out when it
losers.
happens. We'll see.
Surviving's for losers. Reckless is where it's at.
It doesn't tell me.
Good old reckless, and
Barbarian. Survival instincts. What the hell is that?
I should get an arcane tradition as well.
it don't tell you what survival instinct is.
No. I can Google it, I reckon.
You got it though. Is what's important.
Yeah,
You don't pick a barbarian subclass to 3, do you?
correct.
I can tell you what survival instinct is. You become proficient in 2 of the following skills: animal handling, nature, medicine, perception, or survival.
Oh, so I get to pick something I'm proficient in, huh?
Proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check you make that uses any of those skills.
Oh shit.
So you can, in your character sheet, you can double click it and put a double check mark on it.
I think I'm going to do that with perception.
And you get to pick another one too.
Oh shit.
I don't see the hex blade.
All right, Buzz, let me show you here. I got it.
Where are you
It's
finding it at? Like, I'm typing it in.
It's a the hex blade.
I typed in the hex blade. Literally, I'm not sure.
Well, if you just go in classes and subclasses, and then scroll all the way down till you start seeing a big row of purple bats, it's in there.
Where do I?
Almost all the way at the bottom.
I'm trying to see where I set my arcade issue.
So go to subclasses SRD.
Nope. Click on the suitcase up there. That says items.
Oh, subclasses and classes was just entered in there. It wasn't in there at first.
It's there. It's there, boys. You gotta keep your
You
eyes
just said
peeled.
Vision to it.
I was going to say he didn't have
Just
permission.
keep your
That's
eyes
what I'm
peeled is what you gotta
saying.
do, boys.
Yeah.
You gotta look
And
for
to
it.
add
Beat
new
my head in a wall.
Boys,
To add
don't
new
go
spells,
down
you do
that.
the same thing, Jesse. You just drag them over to your character sheet.
Don't go down that road, boys. The ground's sour. Hey, guess what? There's spells in there too now. Spells folder. If y'all want to
I
add
have to
another
look
race,
in
boys,
the-
I'll let you just double race it. You know, we're real freeform around these parts.
So this would be my level 1 warlock, even though I'm level 2, right?
Right.
Yeah, your player level will be 2, but you will be 1 level sorcerer, 1 level warlock.
Where do I drag this at?
It's true.
Oh, there we go.
Make sure when you drag it over, you put it in your
Yeah.
spell book. If you put it in your inventory, it gives you a spell scroll.
So you'll also take a warlock. You did it, warlock hit die. And so when you rest now, you'll have 2 different hit die. You'll have a D6 and a D8. A little hard to keep track of when you start multi-classing. But just remember.
First one, here for it.
What is going on? Like, I'm trying to move my School of Evocation in. I'm supposed to be able to select that at this, but it's being really weird.
What's it doing to you, boss? Did you click it? On your
Well, it tries to get it's trying to make me level again.
yeah, you're supposed to select it when you click the level up button.
No, it didn't have it there.
Well, here, I can fix it for you, buddy. We're just gonna take away a level from you is what we're gonna do. Features,
Try again. Give myself 15 hit points.
wizard, level 1, level down.
Let's see if it does it now.
Hold on.
Would I do the add new multi-class?
No, here,
No.
Let me see what it says. Level 1 to 2. Would you like to include a subclass in this level up? Yes. School
It
of
counts as a
Evocation.
subclass.
I got it, dude. I'm doing it for you right now. You gonna roll all new
It's
hit.
just weird that's
hitters.
in subclasses.
You gonna make 15. It tripled your hit dice there. There you
No,
got
if
it, dude.
you any kind of like school or path or anything like that, they're all subclasses. That's what they're
Now I need
classified as.
You gotta go to school, buddy, to be a wizard.
Well, yeah, I was just saying.
Everybody knows.
You can live under stairs.
No, that's a sorcerer. Harry Potter was a sorcerer. No, he went to school at Hogwarts.
He's a freaking wizard. You know, that's why they said you're a wizard, Harry.
You're going.
You know,
Jeremiah, I don't
trying to
know.
What they
begin
meant was you're
the
going to
work-
be a wizard, Harry.
Jeremiah, are you recording your OBS Ninja as well, or your VOD Ninja?
Yep.
Okay.
Then you're really choppy.
Choppy as can be. What?
Well, you don't look like it now, but you were.
Hey. That was me. That wasn't my camera. I was chopping.
Oh, you're just dancing.
Loading disc, unfamiliar.
Dancing balls.
Magic.
Does everybody feel sufficiently leveled?
I'm just adding detect magic.
Hey, won't you add that?
Going to.
I know when everybody feels sufficiently like they are level 2.
I'm good.
Feel strong. Feel stronger
can
than
do
you
as I
did
go
at level
along.
1 for sure, you know?
a
Approximately
little
double
bit,
as
yeah.
double as strong.
What was my hit point? God damn that. Do you all hear my throat? I don't remember what my HP was. Did it definitely went up.
We
For
got
sure.
our man Jeff having a little pubertize.
Yeah. And
Second
just
one.
a heads up, Girk is gonna have a cold today during the session because I have a cold.
He's got sick from the floor gravy.
That's what it was.
So as y'all can see, so we don't have to keep constantly remembering which place is which lantern. I color coded them. Look at that.
Nice.
I just added a little color circles. This is indigo over here because I don't really know what color indigo is, but I
It's
went
like a
based on
blue.
that picture. I figured it's between blue and purple because, you know, it's between
Y'all
blue and
want to?
purple.
Y'all want to see my new cat?
Let's see it, boss.
Look, he's on camera. Say hi, buddy.
Hi, cat.
Hey, you're a cat.
All right. Let's see here. So when we last left our adventurers, they had went down this elevator here at the Yellow Lantern. I don't think you guys really fought anything down there that I recall. Tell you one thing you did do, though, make a deal with the Earth Elemental to release him that you guys had no way nor intention of living up to that promise.
I would
But
have.
he doesn't know that.
Garrick ate some floor gravy. You guys
It's
discovered
good as
some
hell.
information about the Wind Dukes, who apparently are who built this tomb. You also discovered that this tomb right here is a false tomb. It's not the real tomb. Probably why y'all didn't find no treasure on it. So, y'all are back in this main room here. Where's the next step? Where are you going now?
And we went down the yellow elevator.
Right.
And we just got back, and I climbed up the blue chain, right? The chain that was hanging down where the blue lantern is.
Correct.
Okay. Did we do anything?
You found a
with-
passage up there with the mouth who blew the wind, blew you off there.
Yeah, the big face that's trying to blow me.
And you rolled an incredible intelligence check for Girk and figured out that there's some way to deactivate that.
Yep, and then we had the one that lowered down with all the crushed bones on it.
Yep, that was there too.
And what was the other one? Because we'd moved it to each different area to check
You
which
guys checked them
opened.
all out there. You know, this is the one with all the crushed bones in it right here, and you guys decided let's not mess with that. You know what I'm saying? The red lantern was missing.
We hung that one back up.
The
though, right?
green
Or
elevator.
No.
No, the red. You hung the indigo lantern back up where the crushed bone is.
And the red one's still missing. I'm just. Can I mark? Like use a measurement template and
You
just
guys
mark
actually
the ones
didn't
we've
move
been
it to the green one.
The purple down here's the bone elevator, right?
No, the indigo was the bone elevator.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Straight to the east? Okay. And did we go up to
It's
the
actually
green one?
violet. No, you guys didn't do the green one. Trying to see what the violet. The violet didn't do anything. Hmm. If I chop around a little bit, boys, I don't know what's going on.
Do you have
You know,
this page like? Is this a separate tab on like a different monitor or anything, or is it just
Nope.
lined up with everything else?
lined up with them all.
That's what it is. You need to just make it its own tab, so it's not being tabbed out.
That's what it is, boys. It's on its own now.
Alternatively, you could run it run Chrome in administrator mode.
No, I
I
don't
don't
want
think
Chrome
so.
to administrate nothing in my life. All
Oh,
right.
well, I'm just trying to help, buddy.
So what y'all wanting to do, boys?
Well, I think the first thing I would want is some adventuring music.
You're right about that. You can't adventure without music. Everybody knows.
Exactly. Girk has his AirPods in.
Garrett's like, this song is fire, guys.
You guys
And to
want
surprise
to?
this free stream, we're actually an acapella group, and go. Okay.
Oh,
Take me home, country road. You guys, I don't know if I can do Girk's voice. God, you all want to go up here? We haven't been here yet. And Girk points at the Green Lantern.
Yeah, guys, let's
Yeah?
go there.
Is that a yes? Okay, okay. And Girk's
Apologize
gonna.
if I'm in and out and forget to unmute myself sometimes. My allergies are awful right now.
I saw you moving your mouth, and so I tried to fill in what I thought you were saying.
Yeah, it worked, I think.
That's spot on, I believe.
And yeah, I'm gonna rotate the sarcophagus up to the green one.
You do notice that one thing when you guys check out that sarcophagus, you notice that while you were down there, it rotated back to its original starting position, which was pointing at orange. You rotate it to green easily enough. You guys hear a cacophonous creaking of stone against stone, and another stone emerges from the ground below the Green Lantern. You guys feel the ground start to rumble slightly, as if like something's about to give away. The elevator apparatus beneath it starts to rise up and then completely gives way, clattering to the ground, leaving a hole where it once was.
Alrighty then. Do we
Hey,
see
y'all want-
anything through it?
You want to jump in this hole?
Like we should. Can we look through the hole first before we just kind of splash in?
Oh yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
Go ahead and make a perception. Dirk, if you're looking as well, make one. Anybody's looking, make one. Okay, you two don't see anything. Dirk, you can see just at the end of your dark vision, the elevator below. You can barely see it, which means, you can see out 60 feet. It's probably about 60 feet down.
Can I light a torch and throw it down there?
Also, but Miller, with your perception check, you hear skittering below, like little creatures.
Okay.
Miller, it sounds like it's getting closer.
Oh, it sounds like it's coming towards us.
Yep.
All right. Let's back up from the hole. I think there might be something coming out. Prepare actions just in case.
can you see anything?
No, I just hear it.
Is that a no on lighting a torch and throwing it down?
I mean, you can do it.
It's
I
up
didn't
to
know
you.
you was asking me. I thought you was asking them.
No, I was using my voice, so I'm asking the DM.
Yeah, you can light a torch and throw it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick.
Garrick, when you light the torch and throw it down, you see a massive swarm of beetles coming towards you, and they are going to attack you.
Oh, beetles! Beetles!
Let me find their stats here, you know what I'm saying? So let's see what they want to do to you. Gert, they're gonna bite you
Okay.
as they swarm your body.
Yeah, they bite me.
17 for 11 points of damage.
Yep.
Gert, you are also going to take 5 points of acid damage,
Oh no.
as these are now occupying the same space as Gurk. And everybody roll initiative. I'll move them off of you so you can roll initiative.
Because he'll be on me. I don't need him to be on me to roll initiative.
That's true. I thought you were going to click on your character.
I already have my character sheet pulled up. I'm a professional.
Hell yeah. All right. And it is their turn. And I think, you know, for that, we need some battle music. As they are going
Oh no, it's
to
back.
bite you again, Gurk.
Ah, stop it.
13.
13 misses.
They're having a hard time now after the initial attack. Now that you're ready, you've like started flexing a little bit, and they're having a hard time piercing your skin.
Good luck, I'm buff as hell.
So buff. And now it is your turn, Gurk.
Can I move back?
You can
Or-
absolutely can.
Okay.
And it's almost like just to tell you how this kind of works, it's like a free action to shake the bugs off and move out of their space.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do then. And I am going to use my halberd.
All right. Oh, wait a minute, though. On their turn, you did take 3 points of acid damage.
Okay.
So they were on you.
I'm still going to attack them.
Yeah. 14 to hit them. Does not hit. They're so little, you just swing your halberd and it kind of just splits right between them.
Can I make that a reckless attack, or do I have to do it before I announce it?
Usually before, but since you just now got it, we'll go ahead and say go for it.
Reckless attack. I'm going to try again.
And that does hit them for
Or
10
technically try the
points of
first
slashing damage. And you try again, and you cleave through more than half of the group.
And I'm out of rages. Yeah, that's all Gurk's got. He looks back and he says, "This really hurts.
Millur,
Is there other people fighting here?"
it is your turn. That's the sound of your halberd hitting those beetles.
He's really got that thing going.
He's trying hard. And Millur, it's your turn.
Okay. So is it like? I'm guessing it's just a swarm, so it's an individual
is.
target. Okay.
It's just one. They're grouped up pretty close together. If you want to try to take one individual one out, you are welcome to try it too.
No, I'll just firebolt.
Probably the move. Your firebolt just goes wide and hits the wall behind them. Illuminates the area for half a second. You look at these beetles, and they're oozing some kind of substance, which Gurk can tell you hurts real bad.
All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of step back here.
And Vanillor, it's your turn.
Vanillor.
I'll never, for the history of our playing careers over the last, I guess, 3 years, why my name always gets chosen to be forgotten or mispronounced. Every
Because you
single
get the
time we play.
craziest names.
Bull. Said you call me Van, bro.
It's true. Craziest
Taking
ones.
it personal. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna cast poison. I'm gonna step over here. And cast poison spray. Got them beetles. Cause I'm like orchid.
Okay.
So,
They got to make a saving throw. Poison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Constitution.
Boy, I'll tell you right now, they don't have the best constitution in the world.
He's gonna roll in that 20.
Can I turn down the music
Can.
in my individual
You
game, or
can.
does that play through?
You can.
Where's that?
The music symbol
It's
up top,
individual.
above chat.
They fail.
didn't see
And they're
that.
going to take
Yeah.
5 points of poisoning damage. And they are low in numbers now. Only a few left. But it is their turn. They're going to swarm back on you. So you're
Kirk
going to
says,
take
"Oh no."
3 points of acid damage.
Okay.
They're going to try to bite you, but they are just, once again, there's not enough of them now to really make a dent in you.
My last attack was reckless, though, so they get advantage.
Oh, yeah, they do. They're going to try again because you're in a compromising position. They still don't do great. And it is now Girk's turn.
Okay. So again, Greg's gonna step back.
Did y'all hear that horse balls? What?
The horses are back. And I want to make this a reckless attack as well.
All right.
I don't think I need to though with a 20,
You don't.
but I'll see if I crit.
Hey, what do you do to these last
No.
few beetles here, Girk?
You told me you eat them.
No, they burn me, so I know they are hurt if I eat them. So I just get real mad and step on them and just start stomping them all out.
You guys watch as Girk just stomps these beetles to death, and you hear the sound of the music changing in the room. Back to the sound of the Whispering Cairn. The whoa.
And I'm going to turn around and look at Vanillor and Miller and say, "Hey, you guys got any of those nice juices that make you feel better?"
Yeah, I'll give him the one I have.
Yeah.
I don't feel so good.
You going to
here,
roll
take
it
this.
for him there, Jesse? Since it's in your inventory.
Oh, nice.
Good one. Girk, you received 9 points of healing from the Kool-Aid. To make you feel better,
Thanks.
Kool-Aid.
That's some good Kool-Aid. On a scale of 1 to 23, I'm at a 10 now.
About half the Kool-Aid you needed there. All right.
And 1 HP at the end of that fight.
I assumed it was
That's
bad.
better than most of my fights.
And I want to look down the hole to see if anything else is coming up.
Your torch is still burning, actually, down at the bottom there, and you don't see anything else in this hole.
Is there any kind of ladder or handholds?
There are not.
Okay.
How far does it look like it is down?
About 60 feet.
Hey, I have some rope. I can hold one end and lower you two down. I'm pretty strong.
I'll go ahead and try to go down. We can try to work it out.
Yeah, I'm seeing what I have on me as well.
And I'll just pull out my
Well-
rope out of my backpack and start tying it around my waist.
We could just tie it to the sarcophagus.
I don't have that much rope.
Well, if we can get kind of close,
I
how
have
much rope is it?
50 feet. So I can hold it down here and you all would fall the last 10.
Well, if you climb down first, you have a pretty good reach. You could help us down.
But from the sarcophagus to this hole is more than 50 feet.
Just move it.
45 feet.
I can't move it. It's stuck in the ground.
Well, what about the big tablet that we grabbed?
What?
We could tie off to it.
You talking about
Oh,
the
yeah, I
big
did
red
bring
thing?
Yeah.
The thing that I brought up with us.
Yeah. How much does Girk weigh?
I don't know. He's like 6'7", 6'8". I would say he's at least 300 pounds.
Yeah, I'm like
Um,
emaciated. He'd be like 250.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check, Girk. Flat ant.
Can it be survival?
Flat ant.
Hmm.
You're trying to calculate things. You believe it would not hold you. You think you're heavier than that thing.
I'm bigger than that. I don't think it would work. You might be able to though. How wide is the hole?
About the same as the elevator.
Okay.
You could probably do like you could probably climb down. 'Cause
Like arm spread and like shimmy?
like not even spread that wide. Like
Oh.
you barely fit in. Like you guys had to cram in that elevator at yellow, and this is about the exact same size.
Okay. Can
Oh,
I turn that tablet thing we brought up sideways and lay it over the hole? And tie the rope to the end of that and make it instead of having it tip over, it would already be flat and it's like an anchor.
I like it.
well, the issue there is then if we have to escape, we're locking ourselves in as well.
No, I could move it. I could push it out of the way.
But
It
if
would
you
just
don't
help us.
make it,
It would help us leave faster.
I'm not saying this to be mean, but if you don't make it, I would still possibly like
Well,
to.
my
Maybe.
Millie, I know what you're saying, but if we can be honest, if I can be honest, if I don't make it, I don't think either of you all are going to make it either.
Eh, I don't know. I think we could just slide down. You save the rope. We'll just kind of work our way down.
All right. And would I know if Vanillor and Miller, they're both humans, they don't have the wingspan that I do? Would they be able to do it like I could, or would it be more strenuous for them?
Be a little harder for them, but they could
Okay.
do it.
Okay, so would it be easier for them to use the rope and tie it off to that tablet?
Yes.
I don't know, guys. You see, I got really long arms, and I like put my wingspan out, and it's not hard for me, but you guys might struggle a little bit. I just don't want I don't want my two only friends to get hurt.
That's
my two
thoughtful.
my two best friends in the world, Danny and Miller, Millie and Danny, Millie and the Nilly, my two friends.
Yes. I think. I mean, we can try the thing over the hole. It's just then we all have to be in the hole.
Well, I'll be the last one down. I'll tie it
Okay.
off and I'll make sure it doesn't you don't pull it and it doesn't fall and break, but I'll lower it down gently when I go.
As long as you trust your knot, we'll give it a shot. I'm trusting you, Girk.
You won't be let down, I promise. And Girk's gonna run over to the elevator and pick up that big stone tablet he brought up.
All right.
And he's gonna come like with it, like bear hugging it, just bouncing back and forth, walking up with it. And if you notice, if you're paying attention, Ben Warren Miller, he's just really excited that you guys agreed to follow one of his plans for once. He's like, this might work. This is my chance to show the guys I'm not an idiot. And I'm going to tie my rope around it. And do I need to make a check to see how good my knot is? Or
Nah, you're fine. I'll let you not tie.
Good old Girk.
and I'll throw the rest of my rope down in the hole.
Okay.
All right.
Who's going down the hole first?
I guess I'll head down. I'm gonna head down very cautiously till I can see an opening to kind of peek it out.
All right. You will not. Now that there's a rope, you don't have to make any kind of check. But I am going to. You guys watch Millie disappear down into the hole. Millie, you get down there. It is super dark. You don't have dark vision. You can't see anything.
There's a torch down there.
There is a torch. You're right. Who was going down next? Millie, make a perception check.
I was gonna go on next.
Yeah, I'm going last.
Okay. Vanillor, you begin climbing down as he's making this perception check. Oof.
Yeah. Once they get far enough down, can I do some kind of check to see if the statue would hold their weight as opposed to mine
Yeah, go ahead. And Millie,
without being?
you look up and Vanillor's about halfway down. You see something hiding in the shadows in the corner.
I'm gonna try to whisper.
Insect-like, but a lot bigger than what you just saw.
I'm gonna whisper. I'm like, there's something much larger down here, much larger.
I have a telekinetic path, so like I can wink into him. So can you see anything?
Only a little bit. It's still insect-like. It's just much bigger.
And what do I need to roll?
Are you trying to tie it to a statue?
It's tied to the statue, and I'm trying to figure out if I can leave it upright so the hole is clear for
see if it'll
them.
hold
If it would support their weight, not mine.
It will support their weight. It just did.
Okay. Then I'm going to climb down, not using the rope and not pulling on it.
Can you make
so
an
they have a faster
athletics
escape?
check?
Oh, I'm good at those.
Slip falls, knocks me down all the way
yeah.
down.
Yeah, you're going down right behind Vanillor. And Vanillor, we'll say you make it down. Roll you a perception check. Actually, if Millie just wants to point it out, you both see this down here now.
Okay. Does it notice us?
Now make a perception check.
Down there now.
Can't tell.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
Do I make another one? I don't know.
You can just use your first one. It's looking
Okay.
right at you guys.
Okay. Is it?
Friends.
Does it look like it's waiting to attack?
Yep.
All
Sure
right.
does, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh. While you guys were like being sneaky and talking about it,
I can't.
Gurk just plops down and just
There we go.
smashes into the ground behind you. I'm like, what are you guys talking about?
That. I point over in the corner.
I'm gonna put
Oh
a-
no! And I get my halberd.
I'm gonna put a torch down here. Oh Lord, that might be a huge torch there, to be honest. I kind of got a little wild with it.
He's through. We're carrying bonfires. It's,
Okay. And Vanillor, you are first here.
Okay. I'm going to cast Mind Sliver.
Now that you guys are down here together and everything's going, you can see this thing. It's like a big spider with a vertical mouth. Mind Sliver. Let's make an intelligence saving throw. Boy, is he good at those. A 13 minus 2 for an 11. He does not
failed.
succeed. And he takes 4 points of damage. And you hear a guttural shriek come out. God, that's pretty good, right? Am I Matthew Mercer all of a sudden? And it is Miller's turn.
Alrighty. I'm going to firebolt.
This thing was going to try to surprise attack you guys, but the good combo of the torch and the perception check saved you.
See? 200
And
IQ.
And it misses. Well, it does hit it, but it kind of like ricochets off of it. It's got pretty tough skin. And it is its
Okay.
turn.
Yep, and that was all of mine.
It is going to run to the first person. It is going to take a slash at you. You see now that its legs are like big, basically blades. And it 25 to hit.
I hit.
Fair enough. It does hit. It's going to take another attack as well.
I'm down.
For 27, and it hits you 15 total damage.
Boys down, boys.
I got our first unconscious man. And you guys watch this thing immediately run up and slash Vanillor down. In a hail of gunfire and blood. And it is now
Gunfire
Gert's
and
turn.
blood. I am going to move. Hang on. I want to move down here. And yell, I don't like spiders. And I'm going to attack it from here using my longer reach and my reach weapon, giving me 15 feet of reach.
Okay.
Let me target him. And this is going to be a reckless attack.
All right. Your first attack misses. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. You miss with that roll. But you get another one.
Reckless attack.
That one hits for 13 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
And it does take those points of slashing damage. And it is now Vanillor's turn to make a death saving throw. Success. As you guys hear Vanillor cough a little bit. He whispers out real quiet. I'm alive still. Before he goes, passes out again. It is Miller's turn now. You muted, Jesse.
I'm in a chromatic orbit and fire.
All right, and this will be at disadvantage. You're within 5 feet of it.
Yep. Let me go back to the target thing. Oh no, it isn't. I guess I'm gonna have to just roll it twice because it's stupid.
Yep. You better. That was a good one though.
Oh,
How do I
God.
roll it again?
Just roll 20 plus 6.
Uh,
And for that, you can just use the dice tree. 13. You miss actually. As your chromatic orb, you just so close, and it's like trying to poke at you with the things. You kind of just shoot it straight in there. And it is its turn,
cool.
and it has been hit now, and it's not happy about it. It's going to rush in at you, Girk.
You got hit before.
You do get an attack of opportunity if you have a melee weapon of any sort.
I have that staff.
You want to try to bop it in the head while it rolls out? Should be a 20 plus your strength. Okay. Yeah. It's going to take 2 attacks at you, Girk. 25
Oh,
and
Girk's down.
Nat 20.
Nope. Wait,
So
what's
then
the total damage?
22.
22? Okay. Girk almost died.
Girk is down. Oh, boys. This is a barn burner here. It's Girk's turn.
I guess death saving throw.
Yep. I nerfed this
Yes.
thing too. So meat grinder. Girk succeeds. Vanillor, death saving throw.
Boom.
2 successes too. Man's feeling good. Miller, it's your turn. You're in bad way here.
Yep, I pretty much get to chromatic orb attempted again.
Let him use that and had 20 heroed earlier.
At least this is not at disadvantage. Oh man, I'm nervous.
Oh, why did you? Oh. It's rolling, but it's rolling privately, so it took my spell slot I had for it.
Okay, what'd you
It
roll
didn't
though?
roll
I believe
anything. I'll just roll it publicly. Yes. It's not showing anything, and I'm rolling. I even clicked the stuff on the page here. Let me try it now. It should be a D plus, what was it earlier, 6? Yep. I'll try to naturally roll it. Now that's actually working.
Did you get that out of SRD or did you get it?
I got it out of whatever your
hits.
thing is.
Oh,
where's
boys.
the D8?
Hit him with that
3d8
damage.
plus, would it be 3d8 plus 3 or just flat 3d8? I can't remember what it is. Conversion is, whatever.
I don't know if you add on chromatic orb or not. Let me see.
I don't think so.
Nope, it's 3d8. What's your chromatic
Fire.
orb look like? Fire? You shoot it with fire and it just goes straight through its body, out its mouth. Kind of wakes a Gurk up for a second, and it is dead. Miller, you're currently the only conscious man.
I'm gonna go
That's a
try to help
first. That is a first.
It is.
stabilize, I guess.
Stabilize, okay.
Yeah, with
Gurk,
do a minute roll on
I'll
Gurk.
just say you can stabilize now that there's no combat. If you guys try
okay,
to,
good.
how I'm gonna do this is, if you guys try to stabilize in combat, I'll make you roll a miss check. Out of combat, it's
Okay.
useless because you just keep rolling them over and over until it happens.
Yep.
And Miller, you got 2 unconscious dudes on your hands here, and
Alrighty.
Miller, in the back
Does
of your
either one
head,
of them
you
have
feel
a
like
potion on them?
I think you guys used your 2 potions already.
No, yeah, I know that. I was just hoping that somebody might have had something.
I think you feel like
Ah,
the move here is the only way you can do is just wait and rest and hope that
that's
they
my
recover.
thought, but I was worried about.
I'm up 2 on death saves, just saying. I possibly have 2 chances here.
Well, even if you succeed, you don't become conscious. Usually,
Well, I'm
Unless you
stable
have
at
a-
least.
Unless you roll a nat 20.
he stabilized you guys already.
Well, I might right well on that 20. Who knows?
Oh,
Yeah, I guess.
one thing that did happen, you lost mage armor, Matt. Finally.
Do I see anything on the ground from like other things that might have come down this hole before?
So what you see in this room, now that you're getting a chance to check it out, there's dozens of relief figures similar to the one on the sarcophagus lid that like are staring from the walls, kind of like disapprovingly almost. They have
Gotcha.
crossed arms and stern expressions. A few of the heads are missing. They have chunks torn out of them. Others have like a weird melted appearance, as if they've been sprayed with something terrible.
Yeah.
And there's a large glyph that looks like a stylized arrow that points down a short corridor to the north, which is actually this way because you guys are on the opposite end of this tomb. That's all you can see. Yeah.
Well, I guess we're camping out, and I'll try to watch over them as we rest.
All right. You guys make a perception check, Jesse.
Oh,
You don't see anything, but luckily, because you get real distracted, nothing happens to you guys, and you are able to accomplish a short rest.
awesome.
So spend your hit dice, whatever you want to do.
It's still telling me that I haven't. I need to do something with my death saves. Okay. Because it's not letting me rest. Yeah,
Did you
we'll
hit
give my-
short rest or long rest? It
It
still
didn't give me the option. I gave myself 1 HP to make it do it.
Yeah. That's the move.
Hey. We'll go ahead and roll all of them.
Both your hit now, yeah.
And your boy is back.
Did it not top you exactly full?
Yeah, it did.
Good. Bangalore, how many hit die are you using both yours? How much health? So you'll have a 6 and an 8.
So I just need to roll a d6 and d8, make it easier.
No, if you click short rest, it'll give you the option on which one to use. You just use them one at a time.
And it's below your hit dice. It's rest.
Short rest, and I can pick one or the other.
Okay.
You can pick both
Yeah.
if you want. There you go.
And Girk raises up and grabs his halberd and starts looking around through the thing that knocked him out.
Like the dead man himself.
Sits
Where'd
up like
it go?
the Undertaker.
Yeah, he sets up like the Undertaker with his halberd. Where'd it go? Oh, it's dead. Who? Good job, Millie.
How do I select which spells are weird?
You can't change your spells on a short rest.
Well, no. I'm just not for that.
Sorry, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh.
Now that you're all awake and you see this glyph, you guys do recognize this glyph. It's identical to the one that was on the amulet that you saw in the living quarters. Like in the statue of the living quarters in the other area where the rock man was. So that's the thing.
Okay. Can I move up this hall kind of stealthy?
Yeah, you can. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Gert's
it's
like,
on brand.
I'm gonna be quiet, guys, and it's just like. You come to an intersection, Gert. You can go straight, you can go east, or you can go west. Means you're all a little
Is it-
compass on this map for you fellers.
Is that
Show you
over
all my
here to
art
the-
skills.
Is that to the west? Is that more floor gravy?
Oh, I should have a lot more spells then.
Hold on just a second. Draw a
Level
compass.
1.
So that would actually be to the east.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, you're coming reverse here. I don't know. It's just how it is, man. You know.
Okay, then to the east, is that more floor gravy?
What you can see in there. You
I can see
there,
all of it.
The nook to the far eastern wall rests a wide stone basin backed by a 5-foot tall shelf. There's hardened orange paste that spills out over the 2-foot basin lip that covers much of the shelf. It is floor gravy. You see thousands of tiny beetles with bright blue carapace skittering around and tunneling through the substance. And you can hear now that you're down there like they're insect noises. That huge orange organic mask almost completely fills the southwest corner. It appears,
I
judging
found
just by
food.
the beetles spilling out, it appears to be an enormous nest.
Guys, I think I found food. And I get closer, and then I notice all the beetles. Say, never mind, not food.
The beetles seem to have paid you no mind.
I'm gonna walk in then if they're not paying it. If they're not caring that I'm there.
As you do approach closer, they do start taking notice of you. And you hear something larger rumbling around the sludge as well.
Okay.
And
Then
Gert,
I am.
I'll need you to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Oh, Lord.
Oh.
as a swarm of beetles begin to descend upon you, and you see rising up out of it a giant single beetle. Not trying to move them, not trying to do that.
I'm gonna yell, guys, more bugs, help!
Bugs, where?
You guys roll initiative back there in the back. All right. Girk, this big one's gonna try to get you, buddy.
Don't get me, please.
He is going to. You see him begin to glow underneath his head. He's going to shoot something at you. 13.
13 misses.
You see it land next to you, and it just hits the ground and sizzles. It's like a big thing of acid. You realize.
They're trying to spit on me again.
Lord, is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. You said we have a torch?
Yeah, it was back there at the entrance. If you wanted to take it with you, you can. Give you a torch. Boom, you got it.
Yeah.
You can make it to about right here.
Move to right here.
All right.
Just let me stay like right around that corner, just so I can see her. Can I peer around that at that point, or am I not visible?
You're not visible right now. If you do peek around, they will maybe notice you. You think?
I'm gonna go right there, and then I'm going to cast. Armor of Agathes.
All right. You do that. Go ahead and run.
No, it's
armor.
okay. I don't
Essentially,
need
just
any
gain 5
help.
Temporary hit points.
And Miller, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna run up there as well.
You can make it similar distance. You can actually make it to right there.
I'm fine. I don't need help.
How can he even see that to make the attack?
He didn't. He's armor of the Agathis is a
Oh, yeah.
self effect.
Spell.
Being selfish up there.
I go down again.
I guess I'll just try to guess where I heard Gurk's voice and just fire into the darkness and hope that I hit something.
All
Can
right,
I
do
tell
that
him
with
where he's at?
disadvantage.
What modifier is it to roll at disadvantage? Is it
I
control?
will say, what are you shooting at? The swarm or the big one?
I don't know.
Well, you can see the big one glowing. I will say.
Oh yeah, then I'd shoot
I
that
had
one.
previously said that. I can't take it back now.
Yeah,
I was
the
just trying to
big
make it
glowing
look cool.
one.
All right. You do hit it.
Ooh.
For 4 points of fire damage.
Yeah.
And you hear it let out a shriek. It does
It
that
was
too.
mildly effective.
It snorts as well. Gurk, these swarms gonna come on top of you.
Don't come on me
I didn't
again.
mean it like that. They're going to attempt to bite you. 14
14 just hits.
for 6 damage, and you're also going to take 6 points of acid damage.
Jesus.
Okay.
Poor Gurk. She's getting cheated on. It's Gurk's turn.
Okay. I'm going to move back. Yeah, I can move out of that space, but I can't move away from them without taking the opportunity to attack, right?
Right.
I think I'm going to risk it, though.
All right.
Yeah. We'll get back here. That misses.
13 misses. All right.
And actually, health alarm. Okay. I'm going to get 15 feet away, and I'm going to reckless attack. And then try to hit these things with my halberd. Okay. I'm gonna roll it again to see if I crit. Nope, but that's
You know the on reckless attack, do you take the higher roll or do you take the? Can you take either one?
it just makes the attack add advantage.
Okay. So you hit him for 6 points of damage.
Yep. And then I'm gonna use. Hang on, I was there 10, 15. I'm gonna use my other movement to get right here. The rest of my movement.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Is this thing's turn? It's gonna move out its movement.
I just yell, bugs! There's bugs!
Yeah, it's gonna shoot at Miller actually. You guys hear it charge up. Shoot. 16 to hit.
For regular attack.
Ranged attack.
Oh yeah, no.
16 does not hit. Miller,
No.
you watch it just land just short. It didn't move out far enough. It is Vanilor's turn.
I want to come right around this corner. It's about right here. And then I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
All right, which entity here?
This one.
The big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll that. Just click attack on the chat. Oh, it actually went out. 13 just hits for 9 points of damage, and it disintegrates in a pile of ash. And it is Miller's turn. It's Miller time.
Yeah.
Kill it, Millie, kill it!
That's asking a lot, but I'll try. Firebolt again. And that'll be no.
Does no? Oh, it just hits for 8 points of damage, and guess what? You burn away the rest.
Good job.
This went a lot
So-
better than the last one, guys.
Oh no, I'm still doing pretty bad. When we get back to town, I'm gonna see if I can buy some armor. I'm starting to get hit a lot. Do you guys have? No, you guys don't have any extra armor. Never mind.
Yeah, I do.
You guys don't hear any more skittering in this room. You feel
I'm
like you've slain everything there.
I'm gonna give him this +1 chainmail.
Ooh, is that heavy armor?
It is.
Is it?
Then I
Oh,
I can't
no.
wear it.
Yeah, that's why. Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll make some trades to try to get some stuff for it.
I could use it. And I'm gonna walk in here
Okay.
and I'm just gonna eat a big handful of floor gravy to see if it gives
Make
me
a
any
perception
HP.
check. Make a Constitution saving throw first.
Okay, well there's perception. Here's Constitution. Well,
Okay, you are now poisoned for 1 hour due to all the beetle droppings in this floor gravy.
but you said it was
is he?
floor gravy. Oh no.
The beetles lived in it.
I don't know where anybody is. I'm lonely. Because the torch isn't on anybody. It's just stuck to the back.
Yeah.
Either that or I can't see other people's torches or something.
But do I heal any?
No.
Oh,
You do become
this
poisoned.
floor gravy tastes bad. I don't feel so.
But make your perception
And I
check.
puke.
Actually do it with advantage because you're plumb down in it there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say the DC is actually no. You don't have to. The DC is probably lower.
Okay.
You see 3 oblong lumps, kind of unnaturally covered. It look like they don't belong in this floor gravy.
I'm just gonna stick both arms in and get like knuckle deep and try to pull them out.
You do pull 2 of them out, and it is skeletized remains of some long dead human figures in soiled red leather armor. There's an 8-pointed star symbol that marks the left breast of each suit of armor.
I tell Vandalore Miller about it.
Also on them, you find 3 potions of healing,
I'm going to down one of them real
There you
quick.
go.
and you find a pearl.
I'm going to eat that too. No. Are you putting the potion of healing in my backpack?
I will if you want me to.
Please. And this time I can keep potions of healing.
This sort of potion of healing inventory.
Does that armor look wearable at all?
No, it's just been in this acid beetle stuff for so long that
Okay. I instantly drink a potion of healing and I'll turn around and say, "Are you guys okay? Do you need one of these?"
I'm good for now.
We're good. We may want to distribute those around so that way if somebody goes down, we have one on someone else to.
No, I'll hold
Oh.
on to them. It's okay.
So if you guys
Well,
get any
it's-
closer, you guys can all see that armor as well, by the way.
Yeah, I'm taking a couple notes and stuff like that of what's being found and stuff from today.
If anyone wanted to try to check that symbol, you can as well.
And if you guys are
History.
wondering, the reason why I pocketed those healing potions was
You're-
because I noticed both of you had one and I didn't. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep these for me. These are
No,
for
you were with
Oker.
us when they were given.
Gurk, you find something else on one of the skeletons as well. I didn't notice your second perception check was so high. You find a ring as well on the hand of one of these people.
Oh, hey guys, look at this, and I pull it off of the hands,
So far you got a pearl and a ring.
and I say, Miller, do you want these? I know you do magic stuff, and don't sometimes you need pearls.
I do, but yeah, I guess I'll inspect them real quick. Want me to Arcana check, or
Do you have identify spell?
that's not till later.
You cannot identify what they are. You can
Okay.
detect magic, see if they're magical.
I cannot because we have not had a long rest, and I don't. My spell slots were. I only had 2.
Identify is
When
a
we
first
started
level
this
spell,
session.
by the way.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, I think that goes into the issue of me not having all my spells in my spell book.
That'd be a problem.
You can have them. They're pretty.
You can get them though, in that spell folder. Every spell in the game's in there.
Yeah, well, that's it's useful not at the same time because then you have to figure out which spells are applicable.
But you do have the pearl and the ring. I won't
Okay.
drag them to your inventory right now. Just remember, and I'll drag them when you guys figure out what they are.
Okay.
Maybe give that pearl to a pretty lady at the village.
Possibly.
And Gert's
We'll
gonna try to wink, but he like blinks. He winks with both eyes. I didn't mean to interrupt, by the way.
What's our adventures doing next? You didn't interrupt me.
No, I was telling Jesse I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh no, you're good. No, I was just basically saying, yeah, I've got all that noted. That the 8-point star dormant on the armors.
And
Merc has 2 potions.
I saw you roll
found
that
the
history
pearl
check.
ring.
Vanillora, it was not high enough, unfortunately.
Rolling
Just
terrible,
if you want to try to
rolling
roll as
terrible.
well, since you're making notes of it anyway, that's fine.
Yeah.
And Gert, you could try if you would like. Now that one actually is high enough. You recognize that symbol as belonging to the Seekers, a group of archaeologists and pseudo-historians.
What does Gerk know?
Gert, you know the same thing, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew that.
Gerk spills all that information just out loud, and then just goes back to being a fucking idiot.
Mm.
Whoa,
He's-
where did
What's
that
an
come from?
archaeologist?
He just goes back to eating shit off the floor.
Cave gravy?
Oh, don't eat that cave gravy. That's not good. Hey, I'm gonna wander into this room by myself. You guys can come too.
Oh, I don't really know where anyone is at this point, so I'm just kind of
Kirk, when you get to that
wondrously-
room there,
Oh, I hold Miller's hand like I interlock fingers with him if he'll let me.
you see another one of those beetle creatures, but
There's a beetle.
it's like insanely lethargic. It's not acting at all like the other one.
Where's
It's
one of
like
the
staggering and stumbling around and stuff.
Oh, you think I should go finish it off, guys? Miller, I'll hold your hand, and then you hold Danilor's hand, and I can lead us all through the cave.
Well, I think if you're possibly going to dispatch this thing, holding hands is going to be quite an issue.
Well, we don't. I'm just saying for when we explore. Also, it's nice to feel connected with you all. I've never held somebody's hand before besides mom's. But anyway, I'm gonna go finish this thing off.
All right, make an attack roll on it. It seems to like not
I'm
care at
gonna
all
try.
that you're there.
Use this torch, and now I have 0 charges for my torch. There.
Oh, I have to make it disadvantage because I'm. Can I make it a reckless attack and just do it?
Yeah.
Just do a straight roll.
Yeah, it's just a straight roll here.
It won't let me.
Let's just
Standard
roll a
roll.
d20.
I got it. I got it. It would be a 19, I think, is the other one.
Okay.
Unless you want to just.
You hit it and it's dead instantly.
Okay.
I mean, as you could. The thing is, I'd just let you hit it no matter what because it was not
okay.
going to respond. Something was wrong with it. So you just keep
Then
attacking away until you eventually kill it.
Huh.
You guys do see
I stabbed into the
Gert
ground a couple times.
chop like 3 times at this non-moving beetle. He's like, I got it this time, guys. And the third one, he just chops it in half.
And then I go back to Miller and hold his hand again.
Before you go back in there, make a wisdom save.
I turned on a torch.
Oh, okay.
Also, let me describe what you see in this room while you're in there. There are 8 man-sized stone slabs, about 4 feet off the ground, arranged in 2 rows. You guys can see them there. I don't got to explain that. Upon one of these, there's a dead corpse that you believe might be human upon one of them. He has also red leather armor. It's kind of like what you just saw. There's a red clay statue of a powerfully built warrior wielding a cylinder-headed great club, standing on the stage. And what'd you roll on your wisdom save?
12.
Gert, you're incredibly fatigued. You don't think you could make it out of this room without resting.
I'm sleepy, guys.
And you're compelled to rest on one of these slabs.
I'm gonna lay down here and take a nap.
Oh no.
Which one has the dead body on it?
We'll say this one.
I walk up and I cuddle with the dead body, and I'm like, "Good night, guys," and I like put my arm around it.
You guys watch Eric just go to sleep in here.
What's he
Well.
doing?
Well, he pretty much did the same thing that the thing he just killed was doing. He just kind of sauntered over all weakened and decided to cuddle up next to the body. So, can I see anything in this room that might be enacting off of it, or what it might be coming from, or any type of arcane symbols?
Make an Arcana check. You can tell that it's magical. There's definitely some sort of enchantment on the room.
Well, we need to get him out of there.
Oh, you guys see something else begin to happen while you're looking in?
Mhm.
Let me find a good. You guys see this clay statue begin to awaken, and go toward Girk with this hammer.
Well,
So I'm actually going to need everybody except Girk to roll initiative, even though this isn't technically a battle, really, unless you guys want to fight it. Just so we can keep it in order. So it's this thing's turn.
it won't let me roll initiative.
You already
I
did.
see.
Okay. Like,
Okay.
It
Why
steps
isn't it
off the
showing?
pedestal and moves its 5 feet. When you click initiative, it just rolls it immediately.
well, I'm saying it's not showing like it normally does. It doesn't show anything.
Click on the 2 crossed swords up there, combat and encounters.
That's weird that it doesn't
That's
show
where
the
it goes.
rules.
It's because it rolls them in that window.
Gotcha.
And it is Vandal, it's your turn. You see this thing approaching Girk.
You said this was not combat or is combat?
It can be. All you know right now, this thing is going toward Girk's sleeping body.
Can I try to telepathically communicate with it?
Yes, you can try. When you attempt, there's no response. You get almost like an animatronic vibe from it.
It's still approaching him.
It is.
Can I try to verbally speak?
Yep.
I guess if you said it's animatronic.
You get that kind of vibe. Like there's not really a brain there.
Okay. Hmm. Why do I feel like it's gonna help him in some way? I don't know. If he's gonna attack him or what? I don't know what to do here. I want to piss it off and then I get angry at him and do something stupid.
I'm just gonna say we just need to get him out of there.
Can't find a sleeping thing, Girk, so I'm gonna put exhaust on you. We'll just, that means you're asleep.
Okay.
You think we can pull him out of there?
That's the only thing I can see at the moment to make this end quickly.
I don't have anything I could even get remote. Are we even strong enough to carry him and pull him out of there if I were to go in there and drag him?
I mean, we're not trying to carry him, even if we drag him out.
Can we combine our efforts to go in there and try to drag him out?
You asking me?
Yep.
You can try anything you want.
You want to try to...
Like, I may not be able to carry him like a baby through there, but I could grab an ankle and pull. Let's get in there and do this quick.
Can we go in and try to drag him out? What do we need to roll?
You guys are going in there to try to drag him out?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, move yourselves in there. If you don't
Yep.
mind. Both
Are
of you
you
make
still
wisdom
using,
saving throws.
Yep. What I figured.
Are you still using movement rules?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll
would-
just let him do this as a thing.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Uh,
I didn't know
Vanillor?
how rules is written as was.
Vanillor, you also feel the compulsion to go to sleep on these slabs. Which one do you choose?
This one closest to the exit.
Vanillor also falls asleep. Miller, you start to get tired, but you fight it off.
Okay. I'm gonna grab Girk's ankle and pull him.
You're going to make a strength check on that one.
Oh yeah, I know.
Let's see how far you moved. You're right here. You moved 15 feet. I'll say that's good enough to move him at half speed. So 15, you can move him to like right here,
That's fine.
and yourself to like right there.
What I do just I can't move him, so
Okay.
Girk will have to go there.
So you got him right there, and that was your turn. It's
Yep.
Girk's turn. Girk, you're asleep. It's this thing's turn, and it moves to right here. Vanlor, you're asleep. Miller, it's your turn.
All right, god damn it. Oh, he's sleeping on that slab there. I'm gonna try to pull Girk to here.
Another strength check.
Yep.
Oh no.
No.
Can't quite pull him.
No.
Girk, you're asleep. This thing is right here now. Fortunately, it's going to lift its hammer up, smash it down on you, Matt, for 15 points of damage.
Down again. Actually, I'm negative. That's dead, right?
No, it has to double your hit points.
Okay.
To be fair, an attack against the incapacitated creature is an automatic crit.
I know
Yes.
it is, but this is just a flat damage thing that happens. That's why you can't avoid it. Vanlor, it's your turn. Death save throw. Miller.
All right. Shit.
I'm nervous. There's a solution to this.
So it's him. So he came off the stage.
Yep. And I just picked a random token for him. It's a statue.
Yeah.
So it rolled soldier and all that up there, but that's not what it is.
Yeah. But there's no markings on him, no nothing. He's just a
Nope,
giant.
just a clay statue.
Could I fire something at the podium he came from to see if maybe that's what's causing his actions?
Make you an Arcana check. You feel like you're getting a stronger vibe that he is the enchantment.
Okay. Well then, I guess I gotta try to hit him.
All right.
We do not have time for this. Firebolt it is.
Cast it. That hits and he is dead. He had 1 HP.
Okay.
That was you guys solved my
But
clay golem
my
puzzle.
brain went dumb for a second. I forgot you said he looked like terracotta. I'm like, oh yeah, fucking. I thought he was like another
And with
stone
that,
golem,
Gurk-
like the one we saw earlier.
You do wake up.
Oh, that was a nice nap. Oh, Danny, you took a nap too.
Yeah.
Permanently. Almost.
He's gonna need
Danny?
one of your potions.
Oh, okay. And pop the cork out of it, and I turn it over, but I like smash the top of it, so like shotguns.
Hell yeah. Roll
And
a.
I'm,
Roll a. Yeah, take you an inspiration, Gert, for shotgun and a health potion.
I'll take it.
Matt,
I want to check on the guy on the slab.
you're rezzed. And you're no longer asleep. And you got 6 points of health. Jesse?
Yep.
He's wearing the same armor as the others, but his is not destroyed like theirs was.
Is he actually deceased?
He is absolutely. He has been smashed to
All right.
pieces.
I guess I'll go through his belongings and see what
so
all he had.
You do find that leather armor. It's very
Okay.
well made, and you find a silver ring. I need to
Okay,
knock
I'll
all these
go.
rings down.
Yeah, I've got them all marked too. But well, I mean, you know what they are. I'm just
Yeah.
marking that. What was the other one? Just the other one. I just had ring because that's all that was said.
It was a golden ring.
Okay. Okay, and I'll kind of look at the armor and see if it, might fit Girk.
It looks like it might fit Gert.
Okay. Like, I'll bring it to him and be like, I know you said that other one wouldn't work. Maybe try this one on? And give him that armor.
Oh, thank you.
Let me import this item.
Yeah. You sure you don't need it?
No, I'm good. I mean, like we talked about earlier, if we go to town, we were gonna look for you for some armor anyways. So
Gert, get his
while we're
plus
here,
1 leather armor.
Oh, and how do I see
Add it to your inventory.
equip? Oh, it's the same as my unarmored defense.
Figured it would be pretty close.
yeah.
But he puts it on anyway. But like before he does, he hugs Miller and he says, "Thank you."
Gert's
No
like, I'm an
problem.
archaeologist.
Okay. Can I search around the room, like see if if this has been here a while? There might be other stuff
Make an investigation
about.
check. That's about all you find in there.
Okay.
And I'll take when I put the armor on, I'll take my overalls off, so I'm just like a butt-ass naked bugbear. But then I'll put the overalls back over the armor.
Nice.
Oh, this is nice.
Right.
Since I knew who the Seekers of the Symbol were, are they received poorly?
You know that they've not been seen in about 60 years. And you've
Okay.
figured out probably why.
Yeah.
I
I was just
guess
making sure
so.
that that symbol being on his armor wouldn't be an issue being seen outside.
No, not that you know.
Okay. All right.
I think a
Gert's
lot of
gonna
people
rip
don't even know what it is.
Oh, okay. Well, I put my overalls on over it, so does that cover it by chance?
It does actually.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
Okay.
All right. I guess. Girk, you've been leading the way so far. Where to next?
Yeah, it's been real fun. I've gotten my ass kicked since we walked into this place, but
But now you have armor. I mean,
something tells me it's not as great as I was hoping it would be.
hey, you have a shirt. I mean,
I've never had a shirt before.
see?
You're pretty styling right now, Gert.
Girk might get some bitches.
Are you guys staying in that room back there?
No, I'm gonna follow up.
Vanillor,
Kind
you
of
as
stay in
well, or
like
you
the
staying
15
back?
feet. I'm pretty much at this point. I'm gonna make sure he doesn't get too far out of hand.
Who's staying the
Gonna try
furthest back?
I'm gonna try to, so I don't get mutilated again.
Okay, Vanillor, as you guys are going off, you see that statue reform itself and walk back to its podium.
Okay.
Kind of like it's resetting.
I'm not going back that direction.
Kirk, when you get right there, you see these little alcoves. There's numerous pegs extending from the walls of these alcoves. It looks like maybe they once held some tools or something like that. There's nothing of worth there. You do see some stairs going downward.
There's some stairs, guys. I'm gonna walk down them. But cautiously, can I?
You said there was
Can I-
pegs in the walls?
Yep,
Like
Just
any,
just like the hang tools on.
okay, I just didn't know if there was like any missing or stuff
No,
like
no,
that.
it's not.
Any importance?
Full, no cap. It's not a puzzle. It's just the hang tools on.
On God.
Well,
I don't want you to sit there for 2 hours pulling
real, for
pegs
real.
that don't do anything.
Okay, yeah, I'm
I
gonna
like
stay
the
in
thought
tow.
train though.
Like 15 feet-ish.
Can I do a perception check and just kind of look around for things? Like if anything's down here where I can see hiding or anything like that?
This chamber has water in it.
Can I look for water monsters that might be hiding?
You actually see it start about halfway down the stairs.
Okay.
Make a
Can I
perception
still-
check.
Okay. Oh, it's a disadvantage because of poisoned. Girk don't see shit.
Yeah, you don't see any water rosters.
And is this a gate in front
but-
of us?
No. What that is, you will know on the other side of it. But you do know that to get down in here, you may have to get fully submerged in water.
Just a second. I need to use the restroom real quick. But you can move me forward. Just keep me within 15 feet of them.
Okay.
So we're gonna be submerged in water,
Yes.
possibly. Hmm.
Ah.
Like,
Girk's gonna like dip his bare foot in and like
it's cold.
feel the
but
temperature
not,
of it.
But not like, hurt you cold.
I'm gonna get back up here and I'm gonna hang all of my clothes on these pegs.
All right. And Girk, you're looking at it more down there. You feel like it doesn't go all the way to the ceiling. You could swim up and catch a breath. But, maneuvering around would be underwater.
Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take my backpack and my halberd and everything. And I'm just gonna. The only thing I'm gonna have is a dagger in one hand and a hammer in the other.
Okay.
I'm gonna telepathically link with him and be like, "Hey, how far down does it go?"
I don't know how far down does it go.
Can you
You
tell?
couldn't see past this thing.
I can't see the bottom, but I'll try talking in my head to you when I see. And then Girk's gonna just dive down, just naked as hell.
All right.
Make it as a bugbear.
What you doing
With
now?
a ball peen hammer in one hand and a dagger in the
But
other.
you're now underwater, Girk.
Okay. And I'm gonna attempt to swim under this thing.
It's fully floor to ceiling, that part.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to swim around it.
Okay. When you get over here, you see. You know what? I don't know if Girk would know what this is. Oh, you know. There's showers that are clogged
I
up.
don't know. I don't know if Girk would know what that is.
That's what you see showers though.
No, they
Girk's
There's
real
showers
confused
at
about how
the top.
showers would work all the way down here though.
and Girk looks around, and I'm gonna swim up and take a breath
Okay.
if I can.
Yeah, you can.
And, I'm gonna dive back down and see if I can unclog this one closest to me.
You're not able to unclog it.
Sorry
You can't
about that.
tell what is clogging it actually.
Okay. Oh, so it's not just like
It's
something's
not-
over top
yeah,
of
it's
it
not
or
like
anything.
some toilet
Okay.
paper or something in the drain.
Then I'm gonna swim back and tell Miller and Vanillor that all seems like it doesn't seem like there's anything under there. There's just water and there's showers down here. But I think it's pretty safe to come on. Never mind, I lied. It's not safe. Run away.
What are you talking about, Girk?
The raining of dice that just happened.
I heard horses again.
Clashing of swords.
The horses were speaking in Morse code with their hooves, saying "run."
So what are you
But,
guys doing?
It seemed fine. I didn't see anything down there.
We've already checked the other side. That was where the bugs were, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he could not see anything that was causing him to be clogged, you said.
Correct.
Can I look at these statues in here?
There's no statues.
Well, I thought you said there were statues in here
No,
looking.
there's
That's where the
pegs.
pegs are.
Okay, can I inspect them? See if there's any switches? Anything?
There's not. While you guys are inspecting it, though, rising up out of the water, you guys see a small water elemental come up. Just like looks mad as hell. I need everybody to
Oh.
roll initiative.
We met your friend in another room.
And now you kind of, you know what, Girk probably didn't put it together. Everybody else figures this is probably how these showers worked. I got you, man. I got you, bro. You got it. Miller, it's your turn. And this thing
Yeah.
seems real mad. Almost
sure.
insane.
I'm assuming that communication attempt did not work.
No.
I can't remember what freaking
And you guys
languages
know
I
it didn't
have.
work when you hear the music change.
The horses.
The horses are back. Oh no.
It's your turn, Miller.
I'm trying to look at all my languages.
This thing
I'm
triggers to
seeing
attack once somebody touches the water, by the way, is what has triggered this thing.
them.
Mm,
All right, so water.
Girk got plumb in it naked. They matter in hell.
he's closer to it than anybody's been in a long time.
I guess I'll back up to here.
He's a little feller, though.
And Ray of Frost.
I know he doesn't look like it, but he is little. Ray of Frost.
That token's deceiving.
Those 90 dice he rolled was
Very
deceiving as
deceiving.
well.
It hits it for 5
For
points of
5.
magic damage.
Yeah, and he loses 10 feet of movement. Until the start of my next turn.
All right. It's his turn. He's going to run up. Well, he actually is not going to run. He's just going to smack you. Girk.
Please don't. 16 hits.
For 11 points of damage.
All right.
Oh god.
As he slams you down. With his water fist.
Ow.
And it is Vanellore's turn.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
All right. Cast your Big Daddy. It looked cool. That hits. And he's toast. What do you do to him? What happens?
You see my hands kind of writhe and wriggle into like a form of a ball, and then you see me just kind of flick. Like I don't stick my hand out, I just kind of stick my fingers out at him, and you see this big blast of energy come out and just smack him right
Oh, I
into the
got
middle
you.
of the chest.
I'm glad you said when your fingers come out, because when you said flick, I was like, almost like flicking a booger. Eldritch booger.
Camera will say, like you're flicking water. You know, like you flick water off your hands. It's like,
When he is defeated, the water in the room begins to lower, and eventually is just puddles on the floor.
I want to take another health potion.
Okay.
And I want to walk up and put my gear back on.
I forgot you didn't have any gear on.
Yeah, I was naked.
Just
It wouldn't
got
matter. My AC was still
water
the same.
fisted, plumb naked. All right. Jesse, you still here, by the way? May have lost a man.
are we gonna assume that the? Are we waiting for the water to lower? It's lowered already.
It's lowered at this point.
Okay.
I guess
I'd say you're gonna go forward, or
I guess I'll just keep going.
Girk the Explorer.
I'm so happy to be with my friends.
his teeth kicked in. Respect.
Tears in his eyes.
When he just tie a rope to him so we can just keep pulling him back when he finds out what's there.
Girk,
Yeah.
you're in these showers again here.
I'm just gonna explore around. What's in here?
In there,
Yeah, right here.
a small room containing 4 long benches and several niches along the wall. And Girk,
Well,
I'm gonna need you to
Did I
roll
roll a-
initiative.
where's he?
Really?
Where's he at? I'm trying to follow him. Like I said, I wanted to keep him from range of him.
Okay.
I just
okay,
could. I was
okay.
just little manews.
You're down here.
Like, yeah, like 15 feet-ish.
As
Yep.
you see a horrifying creature stand up from the back of the room. He's wearing, you do notice, I won't make you make a perception check, but he's wearing a gold ring with an 8-pointed star on it.
Kirk looks very discouraged,
And
and then he just kind of sucks it up a little bit. He goes, "Okay." And I put my
everybody-
helmet in my hand.
everybody roll initiative. Poor Girk. Just right in it to all of it, you know. Let's get a little, what's this Western music sound like? Let's pick this. Let's check this out. It's like the shootout at the OK Corral. And it is Vanellore's turn.
I'm gonna try to move within. I guess I'm right here. I mean, I can't really. Well, I can't get vision on them any way that I move from here. I don't think. Right there, I can see right there. That was. How far was it? Okay. I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver.
All right. Intelligence saving throw? I need to change his intelligence, actually. It's not a 71, I can tell you that.
If
Hell
it
yeah.
is, we're screwed. At least for that ability, and a lot of other saves.
He does have advantage. 15.
Saved.
It is Girk's turn.
Kirk, he says, "Okay, Kirk, you got this. You can do it." And I'm gonna take a step forward, and it's 15 feet. I'm gonna attack with my halberd,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make it a reckless attack
All right.
to make it a standard roll.
You are indeed still poisoned.
It's not a 12. It's a
13.
no, it's a 10 plus 4
6.
plus 2, 16.
It hits for 12
Okay.
points of damage.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement. That was 5. You get right here, back here.
Okay. Miller,
And
it's your
we'll say,
turn.
there's something in there. It looks mean.
Trying to see if I can see it. I definitely don't want to be first one out. I guess I'll hold my action for when I see it come through the opening.
Okay.
Into sight.
It is its turn. I need all of you guys to make Constitution saving throws. As he lets out a guttural shriek. Everyone succeeds. He's going to come out 5, 10, 15, to
We ain't
right
afraid of
here.
no ghost.
And Jesse, you can let off your attack if you want. Since you were holding your action to see him. And it hits, and he is dead.
So
Oh, the worst battle music we've had so far. He is toast.
Nice.
And for reference, if he would have failed that, it was a paralyzing attack. And what this guy liked to do is paralyze people, making them face each other while he eats one of them.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Gert, don't forget that ring you saw.
But you guys fucked him up, so.
I'm gonna walk in and.
I was wearing the
yeah,
ring actually, so
yeah. I want to pull it off.
okay. You got that ring?
Yeah. I put it in my pocket, and I say, "Here, shiny, in my pocket."
The other things you see in this room are some lockers.
Can I open them?
Yeah, they're not locked. You
Yeah, I
see
open all of
a
them.
pouch.
I'll take it.
All right. Um, it can, I'll put the money in your inventory. It contains 38 gold,
I'm rich.
2 platinum, 55
Oh,
silver pieces. So,
I have so much money, guys.
compared to your normal job, you are rich.
We can leave now. It's okay.
It took you years to earn 2 platinum.
What'd you say?
It would take you a couple years to earn that much.
I'd never have to work again in my life. Oh, you all, we should split this up though. Well, we're equals in this. I don't know how to divide platinum though.
We'll do it. We'll do it later. We just need to make it out of here. So just hold on to it for now.
Okay. Is there anything else in that pouch?
No.
And all the other lockers are empty?
Yep.
Then I am. Dirk's still exhausted, but he's a little chipper now. And I say, you guys want to take the lead? I've been getting my ass kicked a lot.
You've been doing a valiant job.
So
Uh,
no then.
Let's see.
I have 6 hit points. I don't know if
Well, I was
can
gonna say,
take-
does this locker room or like in this area, like where we are now, how does it like? Does it feel safe-ish based upon like?
This
do we
shower
hear
area?
anything? Yeah, like if we got into this like locker room here,
Yeah, you feel safe in there now. Yeah, I mean, it's a small
Like,
room. You can see I was the only creature in there.
yeah, I'm like, do you guys want to like rest here for a while? We
Think
could
we
do
need to.
shifts and take, get a good rest in.
I think we need to.
I could use a nap for sure.
All right, so
And I just lay down where I'm at. I fall
No.
asleep instantly.
no,
You guys
we come
can take a
into
short,
the area where we have
short
one
rest.
entrance. I was wanting to try to long rest it.
Oh, long rest? You cannot long rest in a dungeon.
I didn't write. I didn't vote for you.
And this will be
You
your
cannot
last
rest. Enemies
short
are
rest of the
nearby.
day.
I'm just not going to take one then. I don't have anything that comes back, and I use all of my hit die.
Same. I was just doing to see if anybody else needed it, but I've only got 6 hit points, so.
And I don't have anything recoverable. I was gonna try to get a long rest out of it.
Oh.
Per the
What's
rules,
over here?
you cannot rest in a dangerous place. In here is another locker room with benches. You see a dead human body that is holding a red lantern,
Hey, we need this, don't we?
and it has a sword, a short sword, hanging on its belt.
Hang on.
Looks like
And
it's
I'm
been
going to
torn
chop
apart.
I'm going to chop its head off with my halberd.
Okay. It's not hard. Its head's barely hanging on.
I had to make sure. I'm going to pick up the lantern.
All right, you have the lantern.
And, can I examine his sword?
Yep. It looks like it's pretty well made. This is a short sword.
Do any of you all want this, or you're muted, Jesse?
I was gonna say
So
it can always be worth something.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll put it on my belt then.
All right, I'll
Plus,
add it
what if
to
you
your,
ever lose your halberd?
your inventory. What that is, Jeff, out of game,
Yeah.
is a +1 short sword. So you got that now.
Okay.
You do have the missing red lantern. You guys all instantly recognize it from the painting and everything. It is the missing red lantern from upstairs.
Is there anything in these lockers?
No.
A
They're all
bomb.
empty. There's only one more room, and it's down here.
Okay. Was there anything on the shower floors?
Just puddles of water.
Okay.
You all wanna flank the door while I kick it open?
I'll flank left.
You could try the polite approach, but that may not work well.
There hasn't been that many polite things here.
Hey, the earth elemental.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Hello, anybody there? And I'm gonna knock on the door.
No response.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Kirk, when you open the door, you see the most horrifying sight that you've seen since you've been in this tomb. It's a shitter that was left full and has now been flooded with water for years and years.
And I gag a little bit. and
Make a
close the door back.
Constitution saving throw, Gert. Gert, you throw up everywhere.
Blah. I throw up in the shitter and I just close the door after I puke.
Also, Gert, I'll say at this point, your poison has worn off.
Okay, cool.
I didn't time it, but that seems like an hour of exploration.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure.
This area fully explored, and you've gained a red lantern. Where are you guys going?
So hang the red lantern up.
I guess, yeah. Back from whence we came.
All right, we'll just take you straight back to that map. Let me see if this is the right map. Boy, I'm good.
Cutscene.
You're back there. You know where the red lantern goes. It's the only place there isn't a lantern.
I'm gonna untie my rope and put it back in my bag.
Okay.
So it just goes over here.
Yep, there's like a hook to hang it on and everything.
And hang it up.
All right, you do so.
Does anything happen? Do they start to glow or anything?
No.
And I remember that one place I climbed up and got blown. When I look at them, is there a place to light them, or are they just like completely
they're
closed
normal
off?
lanterns. You can light them.
Oh, I didn't know that. Then yeah, I'll light the red one at least.
All right, it lights up.
I guess we'll try to light the other ones.
Yeah, you guys can light all of them. When the final lantern is lit, the green one has already been lit with like an ever. You guys notice too when you come up, this thing's pointing back at the orange lantern, by the way. But you're they all light up. And coming from this area above you guys hear like some turning of gears and shifting of stone.
Do we need
It
to
is-
check it?
I bet it's that chain I climbed.
Well, lead the way.
Okay. Do I need to turn the coffin towards the blue light where the chain was?
I don't know, do you?
I'm going to do it. No,
Well,
I'll
we could try
turn
turning
it.
the coffin towards the red one because that's the one we haven't had yet as well. Thoughts, opinions?
Danny?
Oof. Mm. Flip a coin.
Is this still considered in a dungeon?
Yes.
I'll leave it up to you.
I'm climbing up the chain.
Right. Did you turn the coffin that way?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You climb up the chain, and when you get to the top where the face door previously was, it is no longer there.
I'm assuming they didn't follow me up, but I yelled down, "It seems safe."
Alrighty.
We'll go ahead and
Oh.
climb up.
Yep.
All right. You guys all climb up successfully, and let me get this here map activated. This was a real fun map to make. Sarcasm. You guys come out into this area. Poor Jesse No Torch. It's his nickname.
Jesse No
Uh,
Torch.
I did check to see if I see anything out of place or order.
You just see a long hallway currently.
Okay.
But Garrick, you know that about right here at the end of your visions where that face door was previously.
Okay.
This is kind of where you got blew off. You got blown right here. It's
This is
not
where
there.
I got blown. And yeah, I'm just going to proceed.
All right.
You guys coming with me?
Always.
You just hear me say, I have no idea.
Garrick, you can see at the end of the hallway, and whoever's with Garrick, there's a dark room with no floor. There's a 3-foot wide beam of petrified wood that spans a chasm, leading straight ahead into the darkness. About 10 feet below the beam, there's countless iron spheres the size of about oranges that form like an irregular floor, just kind of piled up below it. It's impossible to tell if it's a wholly solid surface or not. The walls to the east and west are covered with a honeycomb of geometric patterns. The featureless stone ceiling extends about 20 feet from the beam.
I'm going to walk up and like hit it with my halberd. Not like try to attack it, but like poke it to see if it gives or anything.
It seems pretty solid. And if you guys want to move your tokens wherever you want, if you don't, I'm going to assume you're down there. So I don't want to move you guys in somewhere you don't want to be.
There's nowhere I want to be or don't want to be.
Okay.
There's just nowhere.
All right.
Get my distance a little bit, but I'm gonna be right behind.
Also, let me see if I can do some magic here
Oh, I can see now.
I lit a torch.
with some I don't know how to. You know what? I'll just take a screenshot of this. You know what? Screw it. This is fine. Just know that the floor is filled with like spheres of metal below, and you don't know if it's solid or not.
It looks like they're spikes.
It does not look like spikes. They're like
I think he
some
said
round
spheres.
spheres.
Yeah,
Right.
not spears.
round spikes.
Oh my god. Round
I mean, like a ball.
Is that what that's called?
A ball is spherical.
Oh, what's that?
It's a
Like a
ball.
circle.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Large metal balls. We'll just go with that.
Oh, big
Yeah,
balls.
it's a big metal pit of balls.
Hey, you guys saw my big balls earlier when I had to swim.
Ah, I mean, you you have overalls on. We didn't see you were just wet in
No,
overalls.
I was naked when I swam. Uh, can I see this door at the end of it?
I imagined you in overalls.
Jeremiah,
What?
can I see this door at the end?
Yes, you can.
Uh,
That's where you can
I
open.
have an idea. Uh, either I can try to balance on this piece of wood and go open that door, or I can throw one of you at the door.
Not sure what I throwing me at the door would work too well.
It would clear the gap.
It would, but then what?
Then you're at the door.
Yeah, one of us.
Oh, well. Yeah, good point. Don't worry, Gurk can take care of it. First in, last out, I always say.
All right, Girk, are you going to balance on this beam?
I'm not going to balance. I'm going to sit down on it and scoot across.
Okay. I'll let you make an athletics check since you're trying an unconventional approach.
Can I do it with advantage?
No.
Okay.
Hey, but that's pretty good. Like,
You
Girk, you
scooted
begin
like a
to
cheetah.
scoot across this beam. When you get about halfway, it opens up and gives way. Not like it crumbled, but like it was designed to do that. And you fall into the pit below.
Would my danger sense kick in on that?
It's not far enough for you to get hurt.
Oh.
But you do hear
Oh.
some rustling.
God
the steel
damn it.
bars.
Can I try to hide?
What are you going to try to do to hide? And I'll
Make myself
decide.
as small as possible and get like in between the balls and just be
So
still.
Trying to like cover yourself up with balls.
Yes.
All right. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to use my inspiration die.
Okay. All right.
God damn it.
Springing up from the balls, you see a squid-like creature with a huge beak coming up with a triumphant roar. I need you to roll, initiative. And you other two
Kirk just starts crying.
as well. I might have rolled it for you accidentally there.
We all three are rolling initiative.
Yeah, everybody's rolling it.
Yeah, I think you wrote it for me.
I think I did.
You gotta roll that one.
It's Miller's turn. Miller, you don't know what's happening though, really. Unless
Yeah, I
Girk
don't know.
yells at you. Girk, did you yell at him when you saw that thing?
Oh.
He telepathically told me. Wink, wink.
Can't see how far that is. I need to zoom in.
Yeah, Gurk probably said
40
out
feet to the
loud,
edge.
which in the
It's
telepathic
40
link,
feet.
just
Well,
what?
I'll move my 30 feet.
Yeah, out loud, Gurk would say, "What is that?" And then Laura could hear him.
I was like, Gert, what are you seeing?
Girk, it is your
I
turn.
don't know. It looks
Hey,
like
can I
a.
see anything from here?
You cannot.
Can I see? Okay.
I don't know. It
That
looks
will end my
big
turn.
and scary. Please help.
Girk, it's your turn.
And
Please help me.
I'm going to try to hit it from where I'm at with my halberd.
His demeanor is just went so far. So
So 17 to
he
hit.
wanted to do everything.
Like Girk, that hits. For
And
9
I'm
points
going to
of
try
damage.
to climb back up over here.
Okay, it's a little out of your reach.
Okay. Then I'm going to move as far back as I can.
It is Vanor's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move up, try to see if I can get line of sight on this thing. Assuming I
You
can
can't
we'll
see
be-
it unless you go all the way to the edge. Which
And
would
we'll be
25
pointing
feet
at it and
movement.
say, there it is, help.
Well, I would have reached there, right?
Yeah. You still
Okay.
got 5 feet of movement as well.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on this thing. I'm assuming this one probably doesn't have a.
Let me check Dissonant
Animation,
Whispers out real quick. Yeah, you don't have to see it, so go for it. It has to make a wisdom save.
Would just like to say that's the first time I've ever seen the dice roll on top of each other. Did you see that?
I did not see that.
It rolled a 17
God,
to save. Wow,
what a waste.
that's pretty cool.
It's half damage though, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see.
Nope.
Nope.
On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage and doesn't
Yeah,
have to
half.
move away.
Half.
Deafened creature on it. Yeah, half.
So it's half 17. 8.
Half 12.
Man,
Half 12,
everybody
right?
just got to see me counting on my fingers.
It would be 6.
It would be
It's
6. It's half of 12.
Not,
Oh, I thought it was 17.
no, that's
was that?
17.
Oh, that was
Wisdom
a
save.
saving throw.
Yeah, that was your wisdom save.
That was my roll. Good call, boys. It is this thing's turn. It's gonna come up to you, Gurk.
Please don't.
It's gonna hit you with its tentacles.
That's a
Attempt
miss.
to. And it's also going to attempt to beak you. Also
Miss.
miss.
That's a miss.
And it's Miller's turn. It's Miller time.
Millur Time, let's go.
I don't know how you have your guy rotate around like that, Jesse, but it looks like he just is very flippant about this whole thing. Hands in his pocket, just turned. He's like, fuck this. You're muted, by the way, if you're talking.
Can I see it from there, or is it a wall?
Yeah, you. It's a little beam. You can see. You can see
Oh,
it well
okay.
enough.
Alrighty.
The beam's only
Or
3
you-
feet wide, so
Oh, okay. Firebolt. The original.
what'd you roll?
That's
16.
Hits
for 7 damage.
for 7 big points of damage, and it is Gurk's turn.
We can both just leave. We don't have to do this. Does it say anything?
No, he can't speak.
Your sick voice makes this so much better. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you.
Please.
You hear who has when it tried to attack you, Gurk, you heard
Mm-hmm.
like laughter, like a kid
Oh.
laughing. He's like, I thought you were dead that time. But only you heard it.
Can I use this, by the way? Hang on, let me roll info so you can see it. Since I went before him and add that 6 damage onto him for this round.
No, you could use the first time.
Hmm.
You get sneak
Fine.
attack? What the fuck?
Surprise attack. That's a 23 to hit.
He's dead.
And Gurk's gonna like just jab downward at it and like go completely through it into the ground. Leave his halberd standing there for a second, just kind of hunker over and catch his breath. Just say,
Gurk, while you're doing that, you feel a wave come over your body and you no longer have control of yourself. You guys watch. How do you rotate a token? I want to do that. That's cool.
hold control and use your scroll wheel.
Oh.
Yep.
Gurk faces back at you guys and you hear him laugh, but it's not Gurk's voice. He's I can't believe you guys made it this far. Most of the time people die from the wall traps.
Who are you?
Well, let me introduce myself. And you see, separating from Girk, I'm just going to grab a token real fast. A young boy appears. Don't worry about those hit dice or anything. This is just a token I grabbed because it said ghost.
Who fed Girk after midnight? This is bullshit.
And this is about a 13-year-old farm boy. His neck's broke to the side. He has long black fingernails and a demonic glare in his eyes. I actually have a picture of this motherfucker, I believe. Let me get a picture of this guy. How about it? You guys want to see him?
Yeah.
Sure.
I got him already. Let me add
It's
this
gonna be his
guy.
long-running joke every time. He's just gonna post a picture of Kenny Rogers.
I thought I already had a picture of this dude. I might have two now. You know what I'm saying?
If anything, you can post it in the Discord.
Yeah, I can post it right here. We're professional around this parts.
Real D&D.
There you guys go.
I don't like it.
He's weird looking. So he looks crazy. He says, I've been
Isn't
here
that from
for...
Spider-Man 2? Tobey Maguire? That's who that is. He's dancing.
He said, I've been here for countless decades, punished for abandoning my family in a time of need. Over these years, I've seen explorers like you come and go, and most of them don't make it. They're always unable to pass the far metal door, and he kind of motions towards this door down here. It says, I'm unable to leave the way you came because of the curse, but I'm able to push through the far wall. Beyond is a glorious chamber of strange carvings and a pillar of air. There's a catch on the other side of the door that opens it without a problem. I'll trigger it for you, but you got to do something for me first.
And Girk still don't talk.
Yeah, he can. You're no
Okay.
longer possessed.
Well, let's hear what the request is.
So if you take my bones from here and bury them with my family on a farmstead just beyond Diamond Lake, do this for me and I'll be free, and I assure you there is no other way through this door.
Not inside
How did
check-in.
you end up here?
Once again, it was a curse for abandoning my family in a time of need.
Not inside check.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think he's telling the truth, guys.
You do think he's telling the truth.
Well, Girk, he came out of your body. I'll let you make the call.
Would you please open the door for us, and we'll bury your bone or whatever you need.
No, I've heard that promise before. Not falling for it again.
I could just stab you.
You can try.
I'm going to pull out the +1 longsword because +1 weapons are magical.
He's going to attack you.
Oh God.
I'm going to say, please, let's not do this. I'll take your bones.
21 to hit.
That's my... you rolled on my token?
Well, I just manually entered it though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 21 hits.
And you're going to take
I was trying to...
19 points of slashing damage.
Girk's dead.
And Girk falls unconscious.
And as I'm falling unconscious, I said, I just wanted to intimidate him.
He goes, you see him now disappear underneath the metal spheres.
Well, like, hold on. Like, why'd you pick on the unintelligent guy?
He's gone. You guys hear some rustling around though, and a few seconds later he comes back with a healing potion he pours in your mouth, Girk. What's the healing
Sweet.
potion? 2d4 plus 4?
Yeah.
Girk, you're back up with 10 hit points. And he says, you come back up, Girk, kind of looking at me, he says, see, I'm a worthy opponent. Just, if you help me, I'll help you.
Said I would help you. Why did you hit me?
You tried to stab me with your sword.
I wasn't going to stab you. I wanted to scare you, which apparently doesn't work. I'm sorry. I put the sword back.
He looks at you, matter of factly says, "Sir, I'm a ghost. How scared do
And
you
I'm
think
a
I can get?"
bugbear. I don't know. It was worth a try. I've never met a ghost before.
I've never met a bugbear before.
Nice to meet you. And I hold my hand out to shake it.
He shakes your hand.
Please don't hit me again, though. That hurt.
Listen, I don't want to hit anybody. I just thought you were
You could've
challenging
just-
me, and I was proving to you that I'm worthy.
I guess. Yeah, you got a point.
It's just my bones are right over here, and he kind of floats over here, and he shows you where they are. You can see them. They're barely buried under the spheres. So just take him back to my family's farmstead. Come back here, and I'll unlock this door for you and let you in.
But
Use
if
Mage Hand
you're
to get them.
Huh?
Can I cast Mage Hand to get them?
The bones?
Mm-hmm.
But if we put your bones to rest,
Okay.
won't you disappear?
Not right away. I'll unlock the door first.
Can I insight check that again?
Yep.
My mom used to tell me stories about ghosts and
He's telling the
things.
truth.
Telepathically link with Garg. So what do you think? If we get the bones.
I kind of just
Did you
want
say what his
this-
name was yet?
Yeah, he did. His name is I don't know if he did actually. His name's Alistair Land.
Okay, and is he from this area?
Yeah, his family was just outside of Diamond Lake, a little farm there.
How
About 10
long
minutes
ago?
east of Diamond Lake.
How long ago was it that you passed?
Time kind of slips away. I know it was the 565th common year.
Have
You know
I
the
run
current
across
common year is
him
595.
Have I run across him or his family in any of my books
No.
previously?
No, they weren't important enough to ever be written about. They were just farmers.
I didn't know if he had been in there. Okay.
Gurk, what do you think?
So who put you in here?
Put myself in here. My family was struggling with the crops, and instead of staying and helping, I thought I could come to this tomb and kind of abandon them to try to find riches, but I was trying to help my family.
So where did the balls come from?
I don't know. They were here. That's what killed me.
Well, I want to see if there's anywhere they could have come from. Like if I see where they were.
No, there's no like openings or anything.
I'm gonna insight.
All right. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
Well,
I'm about to cast Mage Hand, see if I can't pick up the bones.
McGurk's down there as well.
Yeah, I could just grab them.
I'm just wondering why he has long, pointy fingers.
He's a spooky ghost, man.
Gurk, what do you think?
I'll give the bones. I don't care anymore.
Gurk's been beat all the way to death.
Yeah, he's like, I
Several
have to keep
times.
getting slapped. I don't care.
Gurk, you go over and grab these bones, and when you do, nothing happens. You just have bones now.
Okay, got some bones.
I'll know. I'll be able to sense when my bones get close to my homeland, and I'll unlock the door then.
Are you lying?
No. I just want to be free of
Promise.
this place. I've been here for, how long did you say it was? And he looks at you, Miller.
I
been
don't
30
know.
years.
Okay.
Could we do something with these orbs? Try to get the door open?
You can try to get the door open. It's a metal door.
Metal door.
Not the other glasses door.
So there's just a long, narrow pathway of the orbs. Is it the entire area filled with them?
Yes.
Hmm.
I want to draw. You got a picture right here.
Paint me a word picture.
They slope down from the sides, kind of
Okay,
like
so
this,
it's-
and then just underneath it is all orbs.
okay.
It's filled as far as you know the whole way. You know how far down it goes.
Can I Can I like visually search along the pit walls and stuff like that, or like other by the door?
I don't have an eraser.
That's fine.
It's just there now.
Just to try to get an idea if I can see anything of how you got there, or if there's any way this door's ever been used.
Well, you know that there's a ton of magical shit down here in this car, so figure it's probably some magic. He sees you looking at him, and he's like, "You looking at the orbs?
Where did everybody go?
We're here."
Oh, okay. I was like, the camera's got a weird.
So we have bones, no way to get in the door.
Well, you have one way to get in the door.
So we take the bones all the way back.
But how's he gonna? Ugh.
Will the path be clear when we come back?
Yeah.
Will we
Yeah,
have
I'll-
to fight these things again?
No, you killed it already.
Well, I don't know how it works down here. Maybe they would fight us again.
I don't
So
think
you
so.
can get past the door,
It was
right?
just a creature that was a little too curious.
Curiosity kills the bugbear, my mom always said.
So how well do you know this place?
Pretty decently.
Could you lead us through it?
I mean, I've been watching you guys the entire time. You've made it. This is it. This is the only other place. Besides the one elevator that crushes everyone to death.
Well, hmm. So your deal is to get out of here, and we want to go forward. What if we make a trade? One of us will go back and forth to town, bringing one piece at a time, and you just basically show us our way through.
What?
Well, I'll take back. Say I took back an arm. You open the door. I
No.
come back. Take out a leg.
No. The whole body has to
Well,
be
this
buried.
seems well. But see, that gives you our freedom, but that only opens a slight door for us.
I mean, you don't have to go through the door. It's fine.
True.
I can leave and wait on the next adventure party. They always come.
Maybe.
Then your adventure's over here.
I'll bury your bones. And I'm gonna run over. I'm
You
here,
got the
right?
bones already.
Okay. And I'm just gonna walk over and climb out.
With some help from one of the other two, you can climb out pretty easily.
Can I not just climb back out using the?
It's too far above you.
Okay.
But yeah, with one of them reach their arm down, you can reach that.
Help me, guys, please.
I'll reach down toward them.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys help him out pretty easy. Beep.
And I shrug and I just say, I'm going. Y'all should. I need to go to sleep. I'm tired.
Yeah, I guess we'll head back with you with the bones, and hopefully he keeps up his side of the bargain. We have no way to guarantee that at this point.
And I shake the bones at the ghost as I'm walking away.
He says, thanks. You guys hear it faintly. That brings you guys back to. Are you guys going to do this? Or are you doing anything else first?
I thought we'd bury his bones not in his farm and leave him down there.
I'm like,
You can.
how much more of the is there that we've searched before we got here?
You searched
seems-
everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's not a whole lot more to search unless we wanted to dig out that pit or that collapsed area.
Well, looking at that collapsed area, you feel like it would take several years to dig out.
Well, we just need to find a couple Gurks, pay them nothing, and done.
All right, guys, we're going to pick this adventure up in 3 years.
Yep.
Hey, that's not funny.
All right, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to bury the bones? Not bury the bones?
I would like to bury the bones, but maybe we go back home, take a sleep, rest up a little bit, and then do it first thing in the morning.
I'd say we gather some information before we go burying it. Like, go gather information from.
Well, either way, I would like to sleep before doing anything else.
Oh yes, I agree.
Okay. Then we're on the same page, Millie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess we're going to go rest.
My best friend Millie, he knows what's up.
Back in Diamond Lake, bones in tow.
This is like an
You guys want to
awesome
rest for the
metal
night?
band.
Yeah.
You guys do that. It's the next morning already, and you guys take a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to go ask people stuff.
Now, who you want to talk to?
Well, the guy that I've been working for the books, he's been here for a while and knows a lot of the area. I want to go
Okay.
ask if he's ever heard, or at least knows where to find people that are related to if he doesn't know the exact story of that particular person.
Okay. So you go to him.
Yes.
You remember his name?
No,
Come on. You do.
I cannot remember for the life of me.
His name was Alustan.
Oh, stunned.
So you go back to Alustan. He's outside, sitting on a stump when you get there.
Okay. You said Alistan?
Yep. He says, "Oh, hello, Miller. How did your adventure go?"
There were some interesting things, but there's one in particular that I needed to get some information on to see
Oh,
how we
also
should
overnight,
proceed.
you can identify those items.
Oh, okay.
I got a notepad here. You had the gold ring,
Uh-huh.
silver ring, and the pearl, right?
Yep.
The gold ring is a ring of featherfall. And the pearl is a pearl of power.
Wow.
Ring of featherfall does exactly what it suggests. Pearl of power, once per day you can use the command word of the pearl power. You get to make the command word up, whatever you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Make
And
it
you
spaghetti.
can recharge an expended spell slot point. So, but it's a level lower. So, like, if you use it on a 4th level spell, you get a 3rd level spell slot back.
Yep. And then what was that silver ring?
The silver ring was just a silver ring, worth about
Okay. And
200 gold.
what was the one Gurk found? The other gold ring.
It was an Ilvante ring that identifies someone as being from the Ilvante, also worth about 200 gold.
Gurk ring. Ilvante. 200
And are you
gold,
planning on
okay.
selling those rings, or what are you going to do with the non-magical rings? Keep the Ilvante, sell the other, sell both, keep both. That's 3 options.
Well,
Shit on them
I'll-
and flush them down the toilet, I guess. Number 4.
well, to keep things fair, like at least from my perspective, fair, because I don't even know what what he's supposed to be or how his spells work, but the gold ring of Featherfall I'll give to uh, Van to decide what he wants to do with it. And what was the value of the silver ring?
200 gold.
So the Gurk's ring, the silver ring, are both 200 gold?
Yep.
Okay. And what about that? What's the value of that +1 chainmail?
Let me look it up real fast because I don't know.
You're good.
And they don't have it in the books. So you gotta. About 1,500 gold.
Okay. So I'll give that to him. Gurk has a +1 short sword already.
Yep.
And the leather armor.
Yep.
So I'll probably sell the silver ring and the chainmail, and then divide that gold among the three of us with whatever Gurk found as well. If
1,700
you
divided
still
by
wanting to share
3.
that.
It's 566 each. So you got 588 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk, you got, I don't know, 606. Sounds right.
And I'm gonna give Vanillor and Miller a platinum each. I'm going to keep one.
One
Thanks,
platinum. You only had 2.
I had 3.
You had
No,
2.
you said 2 in gold.
Oh, I thought you.
Yeah, no, you said 2 in gold. I
Then
can't remember
I'm
the extra
gonna-
gold amount.
Then I'm gonna keep one and give them one to split.
Well, what's the gold value left as well? And we can. That should basically cover the difference.
Let's see. A platinum is worth 10 gold, so you both get 5 gold each. 5 extra
5.
gold instead of a platinum.
Oh, I thought a platinum was worth way more.
No, it's some do 10, some do 100. It just depends on.
I go by what the
How
book
people wanna do it.
says.
Yeah. And then what was that?
I've
I
added
can't
all the
remember how
gold
much.
to your guys' inventory.
Yeah, I can't remember how much gold was with the platinum either, but whichever.
It was
Not that word.
22.
Okay, yeah, that's right. It wasn't very much, but okay. So we have a fairly good gold stock. And,
And it's not like if you guys go to buy something, you can't just be like, I'll help. I'll share that.
Mhm.
yeah, and now you can see what Van wants to do with the ring of Featherfall.
I'm gonna keep my silver ring that I found.
Vanillor, do you want that ring of Featherfall?
Yes.
Let me tell you what it does. When you fall wearing this ring, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling.
I'll put it on my finger.
Boom, and you were attuned to it. And then you have that Pearl of Power as well, Jesse. Did you want it?
Oh yeah,
You got it.
that's a
It's in your inventory.
big thing for me later. And as soon as I can get higher level spells. Okay. How late are we wanting to go? Sorry, I don't
We got
remember.
one. We'll do one more thing here as soon as you guys are
Okay.
done in town. You're talking the
Okay.
Alistar, though.
Okay. So we got that all solved. So I'm gonna ask him about.
Alistan. I forgot his name too.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about. Well, I've got it written down. But I'm gonna ask Alistan about the Alistair land, you guy.
He says, his name's not familiar to me. I know there were some lands that farmed out just outside of town. Is that who you're referring to?
Yeah, and I'm gonna give him like the rough location that was described to us.
He says, oh, yeah, that's them. Their farm dried up there some odd years ago, and they ended up not making it. Unfortunately, they starved in the winter.
So all of them are gone. None of them
Yeah, they're
made it out.
gone as far as I know.
Well, that's rough to hear, because we seem to have met the ghost of their son in the dungeon.
Wow. That's amazing. What was it
That's,
like?
He kicked my ass.
terrifying and strong, but he's willing to open a door that we do not at this time know how to open in exchange for burying his body, or well, his bones now, on the property.
That sounds like a pretty good deal. Gert should be able to bury pretty easy. He digs, right? All day.
Yes.
Well, not
Yeah.
anymore. I actually got let go.
That's okay. And he kind of looks at your coin pouch. He says, looks like you're doing pretty okay for yourself.
Yep, he's made like 8 years worth or more.
Gert, did you leave any money with your mom?
I would say I left her the money that I had.
Yeah, last time he said he
Uh,
gave her the paycheck.
Okay. None of what you found, though.
If I went home to take a rest, then yeah, I would say I left some with her.
How much you want to leave with her?
I'd probably give her that platinum.
Is it shinier?
Okay. She's like, oh. When you did that recap, she was like, Gert, thank you. This is a week's worth of wages.
I know. I'm gonna. We can survive another week. Huh?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Did we go with him?
No, probably not. I'm assuming you guys
No,
went
that
to
was-
your place to sleep last night.
Okay.
This was a flashback.
Also, Girk's embarrassed of where he lives and probably wouldn't invite you guys over.
I thought we already walked by your house.
Walk by, didn't go in.
The one thing I do want to do while we're still in town here is buy a butt ton of torches.
Yeah, and I'll say for 1 gold you can get 20 torches.
How do I adjust the volume into multiple charges?
I got you, bro.
Oh, there we go. Activation cost 1, duration, uses,
Hold on, I got you.
charges 20. Oh,
You know what I'll just do? I'll just add 20 torches flat to you.
yeah. I'll buy. I'm gonna buy a backpack and just basically get some torches in there. However much that's gonna set me back.
Each one weighs 1 pound, by the way, so you can carry them pretty easy. But one
Okay.
gold. This is like
Okay.
basic shit, just a torch, not a big deal.
Well, I was talking about for the backpack or whatever.
Yeah, same. It's not like, unless you want like a real fancy backpack.
I don't know what they would have right now.
If you
But
just want a
oh,
sack, then yeah, 1 gold will cover all that.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I need to stop because it's not. My gold's not allowing me to manipulate it. There we go.
You got 20 torches, my dude.
Awesome. Alrighty. Anything else you guys want to do? Looking around town? Do we want to go shopping? Look for some things? Can you think of anything you've needed while we were out?
Healing potions, probably.
Yeah, maybe some torches for yourself as well, because not seeing, I figured out, is very bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some torches. We need some healing potions, probably.
Hopefully we find some.
Healing potions, you know where you can get them. Donation at the temple or the general goods store.
Alright. Do we know the donation amount for them?
They're the same at both places. 50
I
gold
would like to go
each.
to the general store
Okay, you're there.
and
Let me find it. I'll tell you who inhabits it. It's just a guy. I don't want to look for it. It's just a guy. There's a guy in there. He's a little gnome.
hey guy.
Hey, Girk.
It's me, Girk.
Hey.
I'm looking for something in particular. If you have it, it's a I've heard it's a mighty weapon that I've heard stories of using in dangerous situations, and I was wondering if you had it.
He's like, this is a. He kind of talks like he's like, this is a general store. We don't really have weapons.
No, you should. It's called a bag of ball bearings.
Oh yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah, can I get one of them?
Yeah, 1 silver.
Okay, here you go.
You hand him a silver, and he hands you the most mighty weapon. I can't find it. Ball bearings. There they are. He hands you a bag of ball bearings. I put them in your thing. 100. If there's 100 in there, Gert, be careful with them now.
And he said, "Oh, I've put down another silver. Make it 200, please."
Oh, shit. What a day. Must be going to kill like a dragon or something.
And he says, You never know."
Well, you have a good day, Gert.
Also, your healing potions. You have some of those, right?
Yeah, 50 gold each.
Give me 4 of them, please.
Just deduct 200 gold from yourself.
I'll take 4 as
Yeah.
well.
I'm gonna go with 3.
Oh, look at this guy. Playing it safe. Got guys in here playing it loose and fast with the money. Just go ahead and deduct your own gold, fellers. I believe you.
Yeah.
I
And
believe
a
in you.
442.
I bet there's a module
Alright.
out there that when you drag something in, it deducts gold automatically, but I don't know about it.
Oh, that would be a dream.
Let's see. Now, is there anything anywhere in town that might have slightly more useful items for adventurers? Or
Let's see.
or maybe some retired adventurers?
Retarded adventurers. There's an armorer. There's a weapon maker here. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, the captain's blade has some things.
Okay. And what sort of things does he have?
You want to go see?
Yep.
You're gonna. It's a male human. He's a very serious looking guy. He claimed to have once been a watch captain of Free City.
Okay.
He's absolutely like a weapon fanatic though. And he says, "Are you here for a weapon? I know you are because we have the best ones in the town."
So, show me some of the things you got
I'll
laying
show you some of
around.
my favorite things. He shows you the first thing is he says, "This I call Von Dock's Claw." And he shows you a curved dagger with a ruby insert at the bottom of the handle. He claims that it is infused with the blood of a Nalfeshni demon when it was forged. The handle's lined with black velvet, and the blade has a yellow tinge to it.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I got a couple more things to show you too." And he shows you a spear. It's a long iron spear point attached to a wooden haft that has broken 2 inches below the bottom of the tip. The whole thing's about 8 inches long. It doesn't look like much. He handles it though very carefully. He says, "I gotta have this as well, but it would have to be attached to a new halt. So it'd be a little extra cost." And he says, "I have this as well." He kind of looks you up and down the way you're dressed, and he says, "I have this wand that came from a desperate adventurer who couldn't pay off his debts a few years back. Never got what I was owed because he skipped town, but I got to keep this thing. It's a deep red wand with a darkened ashy tip."
And what are the prices on these things? Like,
What specifically are you asking about?
no, let's just get an idea, just in case I have friends that are interested in the other things. Just
Well, the dagger will set you back 550 gold. The spear 1,000 gold, and the wand 525 gold.
Okay, and the one 525. All right, and okay.
Yeah, if you're looking for something like a ranged, that's a different shop down there, like a bow or something. But this is about what we have.
So blonde. Let's see. Let's see. Let me see how much I have left here. Oh yeah, I need to delete that chainmail. The most I have on the like I basically take everything out of my pockets and put like the 442 on the table, like whole coin pouch, and like that is where what I have.
With that kind of money, I think maybe you should go to the ordinary blacksmith in town. He may be able to help you out.
Hmm. Let's see here. Let's see. Could I try to persuade him?
All right. Make a persuasion check. He is not persuaded.
Not even down a little bit?
No.
Well then, I guess it will have to be another day.
Well, it'll be here unless somebody buys it.
Understood. Let me go back and be like, hey, you guys, like, either of you got any money to throw in on this? And I'm trying to think what short.
I have a little bit.
15.
How much do you need?
I would need 108, but I will pay it back first thing as soon as we find more things.
Okay, here you go. And I just reach in my pouch and give him 108 gold.
Okay. Well, then I'll walk back to the shop and be like, drop it on the table, be like, I would like to see the wand.
He hands you the wand.
Okay. Inventory.
Are you buying it?
Yes.
All right, you have it, and I'll have to add this in later. It's not in the dictionary because it's an old item, but is the actually let me make sure this is a spell in 5e. Didn't think that one through. It is. It is a wand of burning hands.
Okay.
Not sure how many charges it has left.
Alrighty.
But out of game, like your character doesn't know, but I'm gonna tell you it has 35 charges left and it casts at 3rd level.
Alright, so burning hands at 3rd level.
Yep.
And
And I'll
you
make
said
that
34 charges?
35.
35 charges.
All right, so where's that farm?
It's about 10 minutes out to the east.
Can we head that direction?
Yep.
Why does it still sound like we're in that cave? Did we ever leave? Are we dead?
Just as you say that, Garrick, some lonesome Western music comes on.
Oh, that horse is back.
You guys arrive at the farmstead a short time after you leave town. It's about 10 minutes out. And you're coming in from down here. You see the farmstead, it's in various states of disrepair. You see there's like old decrepit trees and things.
Is this well lit?
What?
Is it well lit? Is it
Yeah,
daylight?
it's daylight. And
Yeah. Why don't you put in some lights?
I think that's is it not lit? Let me go
No.
ahead and globally illuminated. How about that? How's that sound for everybody?
Yeah.
I'm like, I bought a wand of blindness. This is
How about
great.
now?
Can't see anything. Yeah, I see it now.
And I think this will be a good spot to leave off before you explore this farm.
Yep.
Jesse, I will send you the link to the Wand of Burning Hands so you'll know what it it is. And then I'll build it in the foundry later on. That's our session for tonight. These fellas are performing their first good deed as adventurers, burying this ghost's bones in his family farm. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you like the content we have. Don't forget to check out the merch in the description. We have a limited edition shirt in the store right now. It's the Hillbilly shirt. It just says Hillbilly on it. Comes in a few different colors. I think it comes in like a heather gray, white, black, olive, like military olive color, and dark blue maybe, something like that. We're only going to sell 50 of those, and then it will be off the store. Anybody have any? I do have an announcement that we will have a 4th player joining us for the next session, which is exciting because this adventure is made for more than 3 people. Obviously, as you can tell, people getting knocked unconscious left and right.
Hopefully he has some type of healing capability.
You're going to see if we can talk him into playing maybe some sort of healing class. That'd be nice, right? Like Bard or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So yeah, we will have a 4th player joining us. We'll introduce him when he comes. Let him introduce himself, maybe. We appreciate all the support. By the time this video's uploaded, we'll probably have another video on Bat ready to go as well. We're going to start uploading more videos more frequently. Try to get you guys some more content out there. So, anybody else have anything? Have I missed any announcements?
Nope.
Well, Billy's never
We
died.
still gotta talk about getting that Gert Gravy shirt.
Yeah, we're working on a Gert Gravy shirt, though. We just want it to
Gravy.
look good, you know?
Oh no.
We want it to look good, but there is a Gert Gravy shirt in the works. It'd be a great Thanksgiving shirt, honestly. We're going to work on that. We're going to work on a Thanksgiving Gert Gravy shirt. But yeah, so that's all I have, and I don't have a good saying tonight. I don't know, hot dice and hot Thanksgiving turkey.
Guess we're gonna get out of here like a trailer park and go lay in a ditch.
I like it, like a trailer park in a tornado. You know, a lot of people won't get that.
It's unfortunately really sad because I lived in one, and yes, the news broadcastings were like,
Just
if you
lay in a
live in a
ditch, you're
trailer,
fine.
please go into the nearest low-lying ditch. Like, just hold your head above the water.
It's all right. You know you live in a trailer when it's safer outside during a tornado than it is in your home. They're like, just go outside. Just face this tornado head on, man to man. See what you
Wave
can
at your
do.
house
Fight
as
it.
it
Fist fight
passes
it, maybe. Get drunk and fist fight this tornado. So my saying for tonight is get drunk and fist fight tornadoes.
Hell
Appreciate
yeah.
y'all.
All right. Bye, guys.